Sorry, y'all. Here, I was trying to do configuration. I forgot to put it on, what's it called? Stream loading. Hi. Hold up, since I'm not done configuring this. Okay. Great. Oh, wait a second. Not great.
And
There.
I'm gone. I'm back.
Okay, it looks like I have to have you in view for you to show up, which is fine. I just have to maybe not look at.
Yeah, I don't think you can minimize me.
Okay, that means that I also can't look at, like, I can't thank people for follows and whatnot, which is fine. But I will put the request queue on. Oh, that works. Okay, well, I can have the request queue. Hi, Rascal. This is working very
Hey.
well. Okay, I think we
Sounds like
figured
we
it.
just worked on like 2 seconds ago.
What? No, this is
Yeah.
professional. What? Um, Welcome. It's Tuesday, and this is exciting. We've never done a stream on Tuesday before. I'm here with Araz. I can point in the right direction. Araz, do you want to tell them about you?
Sure. So if I may introduce myself. So my name is Aras. I do web development, mainly full stack. I am still a student in web development, and I'm finishing my fourth semester now. Like within 3 weeks, I'm done. Um, I do stuff from standard web stuff like HTML, JavaScript, and CSS, which I love to do, to PHP, Ruby, and Rails. To We just finished a semester project with React, which we did like the fake Gen one,
All
um,
right, I remember that one.
and um, kind of play around these stuff. We did a lot of I played a bit with Firebase and kind of long time with computers, but new with the official correct stuff, so to say, how to do stuff correctly. Yeah, that's
Also, sorry.
thank you, Rascal.
Y'all, tell me how loud Araz is so I can make sure that we're like good volumes, because the volume,
Yeah,
I don't know what happened to it last week, but everything is messed up. So
can you guys hear me good? Like, should I talk louder or is it like should I talk like a bit less?
you're slightly quieter than I am, but you sound good. I can make Araz louder. Should I?
We can try it.
How is that? I changed it slightly.
Okay, is that now better now? Can talk. One, two, three. You can count.
Sounds great, Milk says. Thanks, Milk.
Ah, it's
We're
good to
about
hear.
equal now. That's good. Okay.
Yeah. So what are we doing today?
Uh, well, so remember how yesterday we're working on the what's it called? The thing we're working on?
Yes,
The
the
art
thing, the
portfolio.
website.
I can
Yeah.
say words. And you were like, you clearly need to know more about semantic HTML and CSS. That's what we should be working on,
Yes.
I think.
I saw the code and I was like, there's a section tag inside a section tag inside a section
Wait,
tag. I
what's
was like,
wrong with
oh no.
that?
No. I
I,
mean, hey, I mean, it depends on who you ask, but yeah, that's not that's
okay.
how not how I would do it. Let's say that. We love
Okay.
section tags here. Yeah. So I was gonna say I could suggest like we can either pick that project up or we can do a small page where talk and suggest basically and show you how I would go about this HTML and how I would touch it with the CSS, which would make life much easier in my perspective, my opinion.
Okay. Which one would you rather do?
Which one would the others rather
Oh, yeah, that's a
like
good
to
question.
see?
What would y'all rather see?
Cool guy likes my cafe. Yeah.
It's very sunny cafe.
Mm-hmm.
Letty, this is
It's actually very sunny
Araz.
outside.
Araz has been. How long have you been watching my stream, Araz? Like
Since you had like 8 viewers on average.
since the beginning. Yeah.
Yes.
And um Araz has helped me a lot. Oh my god. A lot. Thank you.
You did must.
Build a new one. Okay. Milk says build a new one.
Make a
So
single tutorial? Yeah, that's what I think.
okay. So I think we should
Uh,
do live share. So I can
yes.
share my screen. Do you want to share with me or do you want me to share with you?
I think would be better if you do it so you have the like the whole local host in the browser showing it without any issues.
Okay. All right. Hold
All
up.
of a sudden,
Oh
video
my
calls have
goodness. Sorry for deafening y'all. Let me make a new folder.
Nice to meet you too, Letty.
Okay, open folder.
Yeah, so if I think it would be best if we have like a website screen design from someone or from you or something like we
Oh,
don't
okay.
get in trouble about copyrights. So we can like just put it in HTML and CSS. So we don't have to come up with a design for it, you know? If someone has a design we should work on.
Yeah, I mean, we could work on the one we worked on yesterday, or if someone has an idea, we can totally do that.
Yeah, totally. We can do both. Yeah. Or yeah, one of them. Yeah.
Okay, let me share this link with you.
Yeah.
There you go.
Perfect. And
Great. We have no files in this. I just made this folder. Does anyone have anything they want us to build? Let me hide these. If not, I'll just pour water all over myself. It is morning for me.
it is like, I don't know, almost 6 p.m. for me. Okay.
We could make a design. Or would you rather just use the...
I could do both. Just I thought we can save time on the design if we already have one.
That's true. That's
We can
true.
do both as you guys wish. I have time, so I can stay like for the next 6 hours, but I don't think you do.
Yeah, so yeah, I was thinking, I was laying in bed yesterday after streaming for 5 million years, and I was like, oh shit, like I totally have a take home to do that is due on Thursday. And I was like, wait a second, Thursday's a super busy day for me. And I'm like, oh god, I only have Tuesday and Wednesday now. So that's my reasoning. Maybe one of the templates Leon had for like the hairdresser. Do you want to give me the template for that?
Yeah, it would be nice to see it.
I don't have it anymore. Or like you could, if you have it in I don't know, in a folder, you could screenshot it and you could send it. Well, you could post it on Imgur and then send it here. Imgur. Okay.
Imager.
Imager? Is that how you say it? I don't know how to
It's
say it.
Imager, yes.
Imager.
Yes, and it's a GIF, not a GIF. Whoever
I
says
say
otherwise
GIF.
is
I
wrong.
say GIF. I
I'm not
just get
saying, yeah, the others
confused.
in the chat.
But is it regex or regex?
It's regex.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. We had like discussions about this also in the university where like is it GIFs or GIFs? Like why is it graphics not graphics? And it's like no. Stop it.
Traffics. I mean, it makes sense if
Graphics.
you go with that argument, but still,
Squirrel
GIF
or a squirrel?
sounds better.
Yeah, no, SQL, that's a Q. That's not a J or G. You know, you say general, you don't say general. You know,
General.
like
General. Okay.
yeah, I think it's just actually culture driven if it's a GIF or a GIF. But I go with a GIF. So
Friday says GIF like gift because otherwise I think of peanut butter. It's a brand in the U.S. The Jiffy brand. Is
Yeah, but
this?
if with
Sorry.
yeah. And I was gonna say, with that logic, if like you search for other words like general starts with a G too. So why is it not
True.
general? You know,
True.
that's why I say it's like culture driven. But I try to push my propaganda that's saying
And
that's genuine.
propaganda.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be both of us because I agree with you. So,
Is this stream for the
yeah.
beginners on Learn with Leon class 2? I don't know what Leon. I'm
So,
not from the. Okay, so just to clarify, I'm not from the 100 devs, so I don't know what you guys do, what you done. I'm just a student in my first semester and here to share the knowledge I learned in my past first semesters, basically. Okay,
okay.
I got the dribble.
Okay, I didn't want it to go full screen, but it's okay. So Zane, Araz has been hanging out with me since I had like 0 viewers, basically. Um, and knows how to do coding. So because I have apparently questionable skills in HTML, um, Araz is going to be going through how they would write, like, well, this website, which is early 100 devs work, if that answers your question. So we could do the restaurant, the hair salon, or this one. The other ones are definitely prettier.
The first one I think is created by Leon. I think the template. It's just a template. I mean, there's not much to do on it,
So these are
or
from
not much
Dribble.
interesting stuff to show here.
You print SQL Squirrel. Nice. I like it actually. I say
I
SQL.
wouldn't SQL, yeah, SQL. I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a package or version of it that's called Squirrel. That'd be funny.
They should have gone with that. All right.
So we can definitely do one of the two, the restaurant of the hair salon. Both interesting and easy to do, to lay
Um,
out. You know,
let's do the restaurant. I like that one.
restaurant. Okay.
Oh, yeah, let me zoom in.
Yeah, that's fun.
Letty
Okay,
says
so
yes to the restaurant.
perfect. Gonna drop it on my second screen. Um, so should we just start with it?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so how do you want to do this? Should I lead and how I would do it and show you, or do you want to lead and I just like you can ask questions how I would do it?
No, I want you to show me how you do it.
Oh boy.
Isn't
Okay,
that the
so
goal of today? Like
sure,
how
yeah,
you would
yes,
do it?
yes. um, so I'm going to um, put this screen here, managing my screens on the other side. Perfect. Um, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be following me, right? On the
Oh yeah, on the live share.
VS Code, yeah.
Here
Okay.
we go. Either I am following you now or I'm not.
No,
Oh
I'm
no.
still, there's nothing to follow. So
Okay. Right.
I just created a HTML index file. You can start with that.
Hold up.
Ooh, we can do a lot of Emmet today, which
Oh
will save a
yeah,
lot of time.
Emmett's cool.
HTML and CSS. Did you know there's Emmet and CSS?
I
Ooh,
didn't.
that's gonna be fun.
What? Ooh.
Okay, so for those who have the design open on another tab or something, they can follow along or just watch the stream. Oh, perfect, you have it on the stream too. Um, So normally how I would go about it is go through the screen design and see what I need in
Okay.
HTML without styling, without anything. To start off, just gonna start a bang, and if you have Emmet, it should give me HTML, but it's not.
Interesting. If you type in HTML5, it will do it.
Okay, so you have a different one. Okay, for me, I just type a exclamation mark gives me the HTML5 too, but it's okay.
What extension is
Um,
that, or is it just?
I think it's normal Emmet.
Hmm.
Anyway, yeah. Um, so what I would do is go through the page itself and see what elements is it in there that I need as HTML tag. No styling, nothing. Just put the basic HTML and minimize it as much as possible. So if looking on the screen on the other side, I see there's like the hero section. There's like the hero image with the fruits. There's the menu,
Wait, what do you mean by
items
hero
with it.
section?
So you see the fruit image in the
Mm-hmm.
background.
Yeah.
That's what I would call a hero part of section of a page.
Wait, why?
It's like a image on the top that takes the full width or almost all of the width. I would call that a hero.
Okay.
If I so just make sure that I'm not talking any nonsense. Hero section website, yeah.
Top most important part. Okay.
Basically, yeah. So if there's like an image or art, or it's basically the attractive full width part of the top of the image of the page,
Okay.
not image page, yeah. That's what I would call a hero. So in our case, it's like the background image with the title in it, the search, and the orange button with some statistics.
Okay.
Um, that's a section. I would make that a section with class name section hero, for example. Beneath that, there's another section with also a background, title, text, button. Underneath that, there's another section. So from what I'm seeing, there's like every section, almost every section has an image background to it. So from what I would start is start with a section tag. That's a body that jumped in. Yep. Or is it closing a body? The body's already here.
Wait, why are you putting the body in here?
I'm not.
Oh,
It's
you're
VS
not.
Code.
Okay.
Yeah, it's auto closing body for some reason, but the body's already here. Um, and so that's with the class. I think maybe it's my image and yours colliding, but we'll see if it gives us trouble. Maybe I can shut down mine if I can. I don't know. CSS is basically my mortal enemy. We'll see about that today. We'll see. Um, so I would say that this is section hero. Um, and before it, we have the navigation. So I'm just gonna put a nav tag here.
Why does he
Yes,
keep
bro.
doing the body? That's so weird.
Okay, extensions emit. Close mine. Maybe it's. I don't have any emit extensions.
I don't think I do either, but I can check. Wait a second.
Auto close tag I have. Okay, disable.
Is
Reload.
it 1T emit? See, I don't have anything installed. I don't know what's up with that.
I just disable an auto closer tag, which normal I don't need, but
See, I
just
feel like
closed
I
it.
use an auto closer. Like if I type in nav and enter, or I guess I just say nav and enter, like
Okay,
section
I
enter.
think I will join again. Continue.
Yeah, y'all. So Araz has been hanging out and stream from like the very beginning of when I started streaming. They're a student in computer something, right? And
Com
basically, what is the name of your degree?
Multimedia technology,
Okay, well, computers,
specifically web development.
computer something. I feel like was pretty close.
Yeah,
And feel free to ask them any questions. We're just seeing how I'd write a
definitely, yeah.
page. Yeah.
So I reloaded my VS Code because I disabled that plugin.
Okay.
I think I rejoined. Yeah, no?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Do you need the link again or
I
no?
have it. I have it, yeah. So now join. Okay, see the index HTML. Perfect, coming in.
Ah, I see you.
Okay, perfect. I see the code now again.
Great.
Let's close this. Try another section. Perfect. Okay. I think my emit now works though.
Great.
So yeah, we have a. Let's try the emit actually. We have a nav um, with a UL tag in it that has how many items do we have? Like home, about, menu, order now, blog, location. 1, 2, 3, about 6 items. It's an NLE that has an 6 times that has an A tag.
What?
So okay, so we creating a nav tag that has inside it a UL tag
Okay.
that has a LE tag 6 times, which each has an A tag. Let's see if this works. 1. It just showed me the option to do it. No, Emmett, don't fail me now. Can you? Do you have like autocomplete on this?
It should, like, if I do like nav dot blah, it will make a class of blah.
Yeah, basically. But can you like? Okay, there it is.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
For some reason, the autocomplete didn't come up for me. But yeah, okay, not LE, but A tags. Yeah, it's the autocomplete. Okay, I'm gonna try to use less.
Autocomplete.
Yeah. Basically, so we have a UL tag with the items inside them. Which is inside the nav. And underneath that, we have the section now, which if you look at the section, like the hero, the first image, background with the text, what elements do you see inside it?
Um, I see an H1, and then the search bar is probably an input with a submit, right?
Pretty much, it's a form, yeah.
And then I see 3 spans with little baby images or icons.
Perfect. Yeah, that's enough. There's no rules, I think, on those percentages, what element it should be, if it's a span or what anything else. But I think span is perfect for it.
So
Rest to,
what
yeah.
we were taught is that if it's less than a sentence, it's a span. If it's more, it's a paragraph. But it could also be subjective.
Okay, but for example, the menu items are also less than sentence, but it's not a span because it's an item.
Right.
I think, um, for example, I can use E tags or B tags for the italic and bold styling.
Right.
So I think it just depends on you. Most of the time, it's just automatically we take the span one. Yeah.
Okay.
So we create the form. Let's say, I don't know, it's a post form, method form. Inside it, there will be an input that is, oops, typed it wrong. Input that is type, what is it, text? We're just not going to be fancy with the search thing. We're just going to put an input and button.
Okay.
Uh, and we have a button submit.
Did you just type in button or did you type in submit as well?
No, so I typed button, and for my autocomplete, just gives types. You can try it yourself, see what options it gives you. And
Oh,
it's
so
like
did
on the
you see
option.
this? Did on your computer did you see that?
Yeah, basically I see the
Uh,
options and I select the submit type.
so
Um,
you like that? Oh,
yeah, pretty much.
okay.
Um,
Whoa, did I just mess something up?
it's okay. So that I think that should be enough for the input search one. I'm zooming in. Okay, let me zoom in like that on the screen. The location has a thing in it, so we can do here location, and here you make a send for that arrow. It depends if you guys want to go detailed on it. We'll leave it for time. And underneath it, there's the 3 elements. How would you go about HTML tag about the 3 percentages or the
I'd pro-
social media numbers, actually, not percentage?
I'd probably wait, what about percentages?
So under the search
Uh-huh.
section, there's like the Facebook numbers, Twitter, and Instagram
Yeah.
followers, I think, or something like that.
Uh-huh.
Gonna get my glasses. um, so how would you go about styling, go after the form and put the HTML tags? Which
Uh,
HTML tag would you start with?
I mean, I would do a section tag because they're in a group together, or they could be an unordered
Okay.
list, one of the two.
So did you know that actually if you use section normally as we most of the time use it, it's like literally the same thing as a div?
Yeah.
Like there's in the browser, there is no different to it unless you add an attribute to it. Then it has another meaning. I think it's the something area or something. It's for the accessibility then.
Okay.
Here I would go about a div because it's just simpler. Um, and I would go make this and call it. What do you call this? Social media,
Yeah.
socials,
Socials. So what
socials.
does the
Sure.
underscore do?
This is like a convention about styling. I think it's called Ben convention. Ben. Kind of forgot. Basically, it means this is the section. So you see, you have a section class here.
Mm-hmm.
With the minus, it means there's like this is the hero variant of it.
Okay.
Um, and underscore means that this is the next thing inside it, which means the socials are inside the parents section hero,
Okay.
which would be amazing and easy in SAS, um,
Right.
which we might look into later. But yeah, so I have a container for the sections, for the socials, and inside them I can just go about, we can do span 3 times. Come on. No? Okay. It's okay. Um, Copy it 3 times, and here we can say, I don't know, 26K. Here we can say it's 62K and 55K, which would, and this would be amazing to play with the selectors, like the first child, second child, third child, to give the icons, which we will
Okay.
do with icons with CSS before
Okay.
element.
Okay.
So this is like that again. The goal of today is to do minimal HTML as possible. You can see there's no classes here. There's nothing. There's just the number because the icons I can do with CSS. HTML, like there's minimal with minimal classes, and we will see how it goes. So that's pretty much it for the hero section and the menu. That's it. That's how I would put it.
Okay.
Um,
So,
should we style this part or should we go HTML the next one?
I mean, I would say keep going with the HTML, but we can do whatever you want.
Okay, we can HTML the next part and we can then style them.
Okay. Also, Ikichi wants to know what convention you're talking about when you do like the section here, socials. The Ben
Um,
convention, right?
Ben, I think, yeah, double N maybe. Ben con, okay, CSS, Ben, BEM, sorry, BEM.
BEM. Okay.
Yeah. You can look
Ben.
it up and show it on stream. It's pretty nice. It looks complicated in the beginning, but the moment you understand it, it's really easy. Um, Makes it easy to track classes and for where it belongs, basically.
Block element modifier. I think we've talked about this before when we were doing SAS, didn't we?
I think so,
Probably.
yeah. It makes it much easier with SAS.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, so that's pretty much the first section. The next section I'm just going to do fast to save time, but I'm going to talk through it too.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have a section again. We can give it we need to give it class. Because it's different than the first one, and it is a section variant. What do you call it? About us. About in the main page.
Okay.
I see about us on the top. What element would you use that for?
Probably like, I don't know, either a span or like an H3 or something. I don't know though. Maybe it's too small for an H3.
Actually, not a bad idea. Thing is, I wanted to use the H2 on the discover our restaurant story, and if I do a H3 before, that's kind of not correct
Oh,
on the
really?
accessibility part. So you would want to have it, think about it as a book or as a document. The third heading will come after the second heading. Um, but we can style it differently. How does the rest looks? Order online now. Yeah, we can style it differently. It's up to you.
I'm open, I guess. I probably would have
Okay,
put it
let's
like in an H3, but span makes sense to me.
and it is about us. Here is the H2 with discover our restaurant story. Here's a p tag. I don't know, lorem ipsum maybe.
Yeah.
Oops. Yeah, it's some, I don't know why, but it's taking the tag after it and it's closing it. I think it's because of the share and the emits we have. Anyway.
Probably.
And then we have the button. Um, says discover menu. Actually, that's a navigation one. We can go with a tag.
Oh, wait. So what is it that this does?
An a tag?
Well, so this button that you're styling as an A tag, because we talked
Yeah.
about this recently, but go over it again, please.
So I just decided between a button element or a tag element, and looked into it. So this is not like a form where I'm submitting something. This is more of a navigation thing. So I would put a tag with the URL where it's gonna go. I don't know,
Mm,
to the next page, and inside it I would put the elements I want. In this case, there's the text, um, discover menu, and then there's I would say a span maybe for that arrow thing. We'll see how we work on that. For now, let's do this.
okay.
And here, you can see I have a span here and here. So maybe we were gonna style this differently in case, since we have the A tag, so we're gonna specify the span inside the A tag. So I can work with all of this with only this class, which we can see how we're gonna do. If we need more, we can add more.
So someone who was watching the stream yesterday talked about how it is a good convention to give classes to like everything. What do you think about that?
I hate that.
Okay.
So if you do that, there will be too much stuff. Like, let's imagine this. Okay, we have here, 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 and I don't know, here, space classes. Like, and you can type a lot of stuff, different stuff here. There will be too much stuff on the screen. Like, I don't know what this is. I don't know what that is. I would have to have perfect last names. You can do it. It's, it's a thing. It's not. There's no rules against it. It's just I would prefer, and what I've been taught and actually find very nice is to have minimal CSS, and it helps in your CSS styling. So I have the section about here, And in the styling, you're going to see how it's easy is I'm just going to say the span inside this style, the h2 inside this style
Okay.
class. So that's the two sections that mostly are visible, the main two parts. That's the whole HTML I would go with and add on classes or tags as I see necessary. Is there any questions on the chat that
Yeah.
related to the HTML before we go to the CSS part of it?
So they're talking about the anchor tag again versus like the button. It looks
Yeah.
like. Um. But yeah, I think we mainly answered that unless y'all still have some questions about it.
So how do I work around that in CSS by using one class, then breaking it down by p-tags, panics? Exactly, yeah. So in this case, in the section about, you can see there, I don't have multiple h2s, I don't have multiple p tags, I don't have multiple a tags. I have two spans, but one of them is directly here, and the other one is inside the a tag, so I can specify the span inside the a tag, so I can still differ between them. So minimizing HTML and CSS, yes.
We don't have any CSS yet, Born.
Yeah, we're gonna show it exactly how we're gonna do this CSS doing. Should I remove the menu so we just have less stuff on the screen?
You can
The
minimize
navigation.
it. Wait.
I can minimize it, sure.
Wait, can
Just
you do
what?
that actually? Oh yeah, you
I
can.
can do it on my side.
I can minimize it, I guess. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Um, sure. So should we jump to the styling now?
Yeah.
Gonna be fun.
Are we using more pictures and background shapes instead of using CSS? Trini wants to know.
Are we using more pictures and background shapes instead of using CSS? And we're gonna be using the following assets. We're gonna use two images, which is the first fruit one, and the second one with I think it's cakes and stuff like that. So these are two images. And then I need the icons for the social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And from what I'm seeing, those are the main icons I would need if we're not counting the search and cart icons on the menu, which we're gonna kind of skip. And the arrow, we'll see how we're gonna do the arrow, but the arrow is gonna be CSS. Yeah, basically. Minimize the CSS, yeah. The images would be just one line on CSS, which is basically the background image styling rule. Um, does the OOP approach work in the web page design like this? Um,
Should.
Object-oriented programming work on a web page design like this? Um, kind of trying to understand the question. Do you know, Rufio?
So I mean like I don't know how much object-oriented programming is really here because we're not using JavaScript at all. But it should. I don't know. I don't think it should be any different than like regular HTML or CSS.
Yeah, no. um, I think he's referring to the um, how we gonna be using like this class and then the stuff inside them.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, let's jump to the CSS so everything clears up. So in the top, I'm gonna type link and then CSS, which I'm just gonna complete the auto type so you guys can see which option I'm taking, which is this one, and auto completing it gives me this one. I'm gonna copy the name, which is just faster, and then make a new file with that name. So bam, we have like the already done styling sheet. Um, can you share the host actually, the live
Yeah,
server,
I can.
so I can have it on my browser too?
There you go. I don't think we have a server URL yet. Wait a second. It would
You can make a
be
live server.
555501, I guess. There you go. It should be shared
Localhost
now.
5501. Yeah, perfect. Thank you. Okay. So we're gonna start with what? What should we start with? The menu, maybe?
Probably. Yeah, probably
Okay.
the nav bar, right? That's how I always start. Though I'm not sure if that's
Yeah.
like
So
right or
let's
not.
just make it. Um, I'm gonna guess we're gonna make it absolute on the top or inside
Probably.
a row.
I'll be honest, I've never really understood positioning like absolute relative. I don't know why.
Um. So okay. So when we look into the image, the screen design, we have the menu, for example.
Okay.
If we say position absolute, means like basically it doesn't care what's before it, what's after. It's just gonna go ignore everything and think it's like it's the first one, and then from there you can merge it, padding or whatever to give it distance from the side or just top and right. But the parent needs to have position relative. So position absolute needs a parent that has relative, so it goes relative to it. Otherwise, it's just gonna default to the most default one that's relative, which is I think the body tag, which is by default is a relative. Um, it's a whole thing, sticky, absolute, and stuff. We can just keep it minimum, and I'm just gonna move the nav tag inside the section hero, so it's nice.
Okay.
Um, Perfect. So I'm gonna start CSS with the class hero. Whoops, there we go. Um, and underneath it, gonna work with the nav. Actually, gonna move it to the top. It's the first thing, maybe. We'll see how we order it, but yeah. So let's work with the nav.
Okay.
We need to eliminate the styling on it, right?
Like the list sort of,
Buttons, yeah.
right?
So I think that was the I can already missing
Text decoration, isn't it? Or is that what you're talking
yeah, text decoration. Yeah, I'm already missing SAS.
about?
Nav LE text decoration. Ooh, okay, there it goes. But I don't have autocomplete. None. That's wrong. Too much text.
It should
It
just
already changed.
autosave. No, it hasn't changed yet.
Okay, that's or is it on the nav itself?
It could
I'm
be on
not
the
the perfect.
UL. Sorry.
That's okay now. Oh, actually, I kind of forgot the UL here. I'm not perfect in CSS. I just kind of try and um, see which one is correct. That's why I use the inspect element. I normally just style on the browser
Hmm.
and see what element I need to use and then go from there. So it's not um, LE tag style none.
Wait,
I
where?
normally have files that are done to reset. I just copy paste to reset everything, remove that tagging and styling and everything.
Right, like the Myers reset or whatever.
Style list. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I think it's a list um, style none.
So
Yeah,
Trini
exactly.
wonders if we need to do the box sizing tag.
I don't think so. We're not gonna play with any.
Floats, right?
Um, and this one we're just gonna flex it. Um, so gonna do that.
Huh. Okay.
That removed it. Perfect. And then what you're gonna do is flex the UL since the LE's tags are inside it. So each item, I'm just gonna say item, list item. So the items inside it are going underneath each other. We wanna put them beside each other. So what's the parent of them? The parent is the LU. So we're gonna keep working with the LU styling here. I'm just gonna do this display, or what it's called, flex. Flex.
Bull says that they think the person meant if you will do any CSS resets such as box sizing.
Oh, about the thing. Yes, most of the time they're, I think, by default in it. So probably, yeah. Normally, I kind of forgot what I have in my reset actually. If you guys want, I can show it here, but I think I already shared it actually in my code pen, which I'm gonna put in the chat if you guys are interested. Again.
The chat is being super focused talking about how I only stream with people with beards.
It's normally like all programmers have beard. Not all of them, but it's like reflects wisdom, guys. Grow one.
So if I have women on here, do they need beards as well?
Um, no, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about that. Not gonna go there.
Why don't I
Um,
have a beard if I like him so much? You right though.
so I'm just trying to copy the last one I did. Pens, come on. Small example. CSS reset file. There you go. And then chat. There we go. That's the reset I use. Um, and I think it does, yeah, box sizing, box border box on everything. Yes. We
But
can use actually here right now, since we already have it. And we copy everything and put it on the top. Thank you, chat.
oh, this is chunky and gross.
Yeah, yeah. So basically, everything is border box. On everything else, zero padding, zero margin, border, zero font size is 100%. Inherit the font from the parent, and vertical aligned is baseline. It's basic most of the time defaulting stuff to the most of the styling what you would do. So this just saves you time. So you can see on line 110, there's already list style none, which we kind of did
Could
extra. So now
should
we
all
remove
of
it.
this be like line by line, or could you put them all together so it's not like
I don't know how to do them line by line. I would. Hmm. I think default. It's better like this to have an overview because you can see the H1, H2, H3 is like
okay?
in after each other. Yeah. Um, if it's okay, we can just leave it like that and scroll down.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I just called you back. Okay. So on the menu, yeah, perfect. On the menu, we have display flex now, which has the items beside each other. Now we want to, how did the design work? It's like, so it's on the right side. Let's see, does it have full width? The parent, it does. So what I can do is um, maybe margin left auto, which basically says, hey, on the left side, take as much margin as you wish to, I think,
Okay.
if that lets me. Or the parent is full. Oh, the UL is also full, so it's not working. So we're gonna say width fit content. Yeah, perfect. So what we did is like, hey, UL, take only the width you want, and don't, that's it. But the parent, the nav, has 100% width, so there's still space. And I told it, hey, on the margin on the left side, give it auto. So it basically whatever left space left is put it on the left side. So it pushes every item on the right to the right side. And
Oh.
we can do margin right, so it's not on the side. I don't know, 3 rem maybe. And margin top. We can do only the margin one liner, but I'm gonna keep it different for the clearance of what we're doing. Yeah. And how does it look on stream? Yeah, perfect. You can see it. And there's no space in between the items themselves, which we can do with what? Rufio, do you know?
Well, padding or margin or no?
No, we already
No.
have a flex here. So what we do?
Oh, space between. Space
gap it.
around. Which one?
Already have a flex here, so we can give it a gap between the items. Gap works on
Oh,
flex and grids.
I always forget that gap works on flex. Why wouldn't you use like space around or space between?
Because I don't have a lot of space anyway, because the width is just fit to the content itself.
Okay. So it wouldn't work in that case.
So let me show you. So let's say we don't want the fit content. Let's say we're doing it otherwise. The auto margin would not work, but let's say we're gonna do justify content. I think content space between space. No, how was it? Justify items,
Just no, justified content. I think
right?
justified
Yeah.
items is grid.
Space between. Yeah, my autocomplete didn't work. Confused. See how it works now? Because it's already have all the space. It's like spacing them all over the place.
Okay.
So if we now bring the fit content back, the gap is already still here. Remove the gap. See, it's not working because the width of the parent of the items is already fitting only to the what the items need actually. So there's no space to space between for it. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does. Could you put on
Um,
a border or an outline? People want to see what like the spaces that we're working with.
Border, I don't know, tooltip solid.
There you go.
So yeah, that's what we're working on. Red. We're working on the UL tag for now. We didn't touch any LEs inside it.
Right.
So yeah, that's the menu.
So why is it that like gap works? Like why wouldn't you use gap on like the LI items?
Because the LI items are not a flex. So the parent, the UL, is a flex,
Right.
and we tell it, hey, put gap in between your items. So the gap works on the element that you gave it flex.
Okay.
On the items themselves, you can give them margin left or whatever, but then either the first one or the last one would have still space on the side.
Okay.
This is just the most elegant one I think of
Okay.
normally. Yeah, so that's the menu. Do we need to style the menu more, or are we satisfied with how it looks for now?
I think it's fine for now.
Yeah. Me too. Um, okay. I have the chat minimized, by the way, if they have questions or something.
Okay, I'm looking.
I'm gonna put a border around the nav element itself, and you guys can see how big it is. So that's the nav element. So you can see like the nav element has the full width, but the UL only we worked with. You can, because we wanted minimal CSS, and if you had the nav as a flex, you don't have the children inside them directly, so the gap won't work because inside the nav is only UL. That's it. Tag. But yeah.
Okay.
Let me see the design. Okay, I'm gonna say that should be okay for the menu, and we can jump to the rest now.
Okay.
Let's give a background color. If one of the chat has a, actually, I'm gonna say if you want to go, if we want to select an image in a second, I always like pixels.com
Oh,
as
pixels. Have you used Unsplash ever?
I heard about it. I know about it. I know it's cool, but I just don't use it. I use pixels more. I just
Okay.
like it more.
Pixels.
Yeah. So we can see the background. I just gave the hero element color red to see where it is, why it is,
Right.
how big it is. I can see there's a space on the top of it, which I don't know why. Let's see, what is it? some padding or something? Or is it only my side?
Wait, what did you just ask?
You can see on top of the red box, there's this white space.
Oh yeah, no, I can see it.
Yeah, I want to address that now, which I don't know what it is. Well, I think it's the nav? Nav, maybe.
Mm,
Height.
it would be if we do inspector, right? It looks like it's part of the HTML. I don't know why it's doing that spacing.
Yeah. Hmm.
Bull says, isn't it margin top?
Oh, actually might be right. Yeah, but that's the UL inside the nav, which is inside the hero, and gave hero background color to the hero. Let's see. Um, padding.
Oh yeah, it was, huh?
Okay, so I changed the margin to padding, margin top to padding top, which works now. Thank you. I just thought it should push the UL itself inside the nav, since everything is inside the hero itself. But I guess browsers and HTML have understand differently. But perfect. So I'm gonna give the hero a min height of, I don't know, 12 rem. How does that look? To not a lot, maybe 24 rem. That's more like it.
Beautiful.
Um, should we select an image already?
Probably.
Pixel, so we don't have to look on this amazing red color. Oh, I hate view heights. Can we ban Jason Bourne somehow? Fruits. Um, that's horrible. The view heights is just I don't like it.
I don't know what view height is. What is view height?
It's basically takes the height of the whole screen, sees how much height the screen has, and gives it to that element. You can do that when you have like working with absolute elements and styling them to, I don't know, maybe a pop-up or a message or something that you wanted to take the whole window screen of the phone or the computer, and then you can give it full 100% view height, 100% view height and stuff. So yeah.
Araz is not a fan of viewport height or width.
Fan, yeah, try
Hater.
like, yeah, fan is too much.
I said
Yeah.
you're not a fan. You're a hater.
Pretty much. Okay, so I downloaded an image. Actually, probably you need to download. Let's see if I can import it to the project on my side. Just need to rotate it. Whoop, whoop. Okay. So
Yes.
can I drag this to the project? Oh, yes, I can. Perfect. Gonna make media folder, put images inside them.
Uh,
Um, so I made a folder media, and inside it I put the image. I don't know if you see it already. Yeah, okay. And now I'm gonna copy the path, relative path,
oh yeah, I do see
and
that
go
actually.
here, background image, I think URL, and then put it like this, if I remember it correctly. It's kind of out of. How do we do width 100%? Kind of remember what the syntax is for background image. Let's see,
Um,
background image,
background color.
CSS. Yeah, it should be, unless I have wrong path. No.
The forward slash. I mean, but okay, no, actually that should work. I don't know why it's not working. Oh, it's having an error while occurring the image for some reason though. I don't know why.
Mm, I'm just seeing what the error it is saying, because just a path could not load the image. Um, but why though? You should just an image. Okay, let me copy syntax from the internet because we are good and professional. So that's what the internet says. Yeah, it's just the same thing.
You need a before the image? A what before the image?
What?
She said you need a dot dot before the image. Oh, a dot dot. Oh yeah, okay.
A dot dot, that's where the pathing relative and stuff like that. We can normally this suffice means beside the style CSS file there should be a folder media inside it, this image. Um, ooh, is it? No, still not loading. This is not fun.
I wonder if I have to do it for some reason.
See if you can, like, we can take an image link, but I thought downloading it would be easy because I rotated it.
I could try
Rude.
the dot slash sort of dot slash media.
Okay, I found another image.
No, it's still
Let's
not
see if I
working.
can copy image address. Let's see this one, the directory URL. You have to find this one.
Ah, it worked. It worked.
Yeah. That's probably because of the screen share or the share thing. It didn't. Um, so that's, we can give it more, I don't know, height, like that. We can address the menu items coloring in a bit. So we now have the text on the side, right? We want a style.
What do you mean? Like you're
Uh,
talking about like in the section hero?
yes.
Oh
Welcome
yes.
to our, what, how do you
Quiz
read that?
cuisine restaurant,
Cuisine?
which
Cuisine
is a
restaurant?
little
I have
weird. I
no idea
don't.
what it is.
No one actually says that, but all right. This is our
So
cuisine. That's what you would say.
yeah. So how
Okay.
would you style this now?
Wait a second. I just stopped looking at this. So I wait. Did we have welcome to our cuisine restaurant as a H1? Because shouldn't it automatically
Uh,
be like really big or whatever?
Not really, because I think we reset everything, but you kind of right. But we're using a reset CSS thing. I can remove that reset if you want, if you guys want, just to see the minimal stuff.
I
The reset.
mean we could do that. I
Okay, let's remove it so we can see how actual minimal it is.
so it's not terribly different.
But you can see the image is different now. So we kind of have to give it, what was that? Let's see. Um,
Apparently this is Helvetica.
the I kind of forgot what the styling was that put that, but it's okay. Let's work with what we have. Um, width, fit content. I think max width should help here. And height, maybe? I'm just trying to show the image, which is like kind of out of the way for now. What was the styling? Repeat? No, not repeat.
Oh, we're talking about
Cover.
the menu. Yeah. list style item, wasn't it? Or something? Oh, background cover. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay.
Beautiful.
We know we can work.
Wow, wow.
Um, so we want to do the text on the left side,
Uh-huh.
which we have. How does it look in the HTML? In the HTML, we have the h1, form, and div. Okay. So I'm looking at the index HTML now.
Mm-hmm.
I want all of them to be on the left side somehow. Looking on the screen, thinking about it, it's basically aligned left has top padding or margin to the menu. And that's pretty much it. So what I can do is maybe give them a parent so I can move them all together. So now we can, yeah.
Right.
So I don't know, maybe call it hero um, uh, intro. I don't know what you call it. Maybe I'm gonna move everything inside it. And just to keep within the Ben convention, I'm gonna put this.
Do you
So
want
this is the social
intro or into? Because right now it's into.
intro. Thank you. So I just wrapped the H1 form and the socials inside a parent, so I can align this parent alone, and everything else should come with it.
So, and you're not going to be using like flex, or you are?
So I'm still didn't decide how I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Now I have to figure out how I'm gonna put everything here in this container on the left side in this hero section.
Okay.
How does it look for now? By default, they're already on the left side. So what I need to do is just give it left padding from what it
Right.
looks like.
Right.
Um, this open CSS for it. Margin left. How much margin do you think that should be? 5
Maybe.
rem.
Yeah, something like that. Or maybe
On
a little
mobile,
less.
it's gonna probably need to make the spacing better. But yeah. How does it look? Yeah, it's okay. Maybe 3 even for
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. That looks good.
Okay, so what do we have inside it? We have a H1. How big should the H1 be?
I have never gotten like a font size that's very good, so I would say like larger or whatever they say. But
Okay, so it's a good opportunity actually to check this website, which is amazing.
okay, what is it?
It's called Type. What is it? What is it? Type Scale. Type-scale.com. I'm gonna put it in the chat, and you can put it also on the minus dash scale.com. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Oh, okay.
basically, it gives you like the sizes. You can like define what you would like, and then gives you the sizes. If you scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, and you should see the get code or something button. I think it's too much.
Wait a second. What are we looking for?
So inside the what is it
Like
here?
grab the
Um,
CSS?
grab the CSS exactly. Yeah. So we can just copy that and put it inside our CSS, which I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Which basically, if you can see, we can remove it if you don't want to, but it gives you already the font from Google Fonts. We can gonna keep in this case, just because why not? Gives you the body background white and color black, which basically gives you white background and black text everywhere with the font weight and line spacing.
Okay.
And it basically sets every okay margin and font size for the H1s, H2s till H5s and the P tag. So just from saving that, going back to the document we have, how does it look?
It definitely looks more styled. I can tell.
Different, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
We can see the first line, the H1 is too long. How should we combat that?
Well, we would wouldn't we change like the width of like its width or no?
Container? Yeah, basically. So the H1, how about max width maybe? I don't know, what would
Yeah.
that do? Maybe 12 rem? I don't know. Let's see how that goes. Okay,
Yeah,
12 rem is maybe too low, not too much. 15, maybe 18. I don't know. Let me see on this.
it's not changing.
Yeah, okay. It's just I think maybe 22, and then it should change. Yeah, now it changed. So it just you can play with that number and see how you want it, and
Oh yeah.
list it on multiple devices. I'm just gonna keep it 22 for now.
Okay.
If you guys are okay with it, yeah. Um, so that's the H1. Spacing is okay. I think
Yeah, I think so.
we can jump on the search button.
Oh, the
So
search
if you,
button is pretty styled.
sure you want to keep it like that, we can
No,
keep it like
no,
that.
you don't have to keep it like that. I just am surprised it's this styled. It didn't look like that before, did it?
Um, I I don't know actually. Should be. I think that's the default styling. I'll just look on stream. Yeah, that's the default one.
Okay. All right.
So if we just have an like 2 second overview again, you can see how much we did in CSS. Like I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4 rules basically.
Okay.
So still minimal.
Right.
Uh, so let's continue on the search thing and the icons, and we can see if there's any questions about this section.
So Trini says line height is a bit too large, no?
Let me see. Actually, it might be. We can go back to the H1 and modify its line height. Maybe 1.5. What does 1.5 look like? Still too much.
Line height is just the space between the lines, right?
Yes, yes. So welcome to our cuisine restaurant. The space between the lines of it, that's the thing. How about 1 rem?
Oh,
Okay, 1 rem is more. No, we don't want that. 1.2, 1. 1 is okay.
yeah.
Okay. So this one height, I changed it only on the H1, so the rest should be the ones we just defined.
Okay.
Um, okay, how should we style the inputs? So inside the intro, we should have input and button, I think is a submit one.
Okay.
Actually, yeah. Yeah. So let's see if we can both give them height of 2 rem and see how does that look. Pretty okay, but you can see the buttons actually have like different box size than the inputs
Right.
because they have some kind of a default border. So let's say border none.
Mm.
Is that? Yeah, it's okay. And then let's play with the button on its own with, I don't know, background color orange with padding. Actually, we can give both of them padding. Padding 8 pixels, maybe?
Oh, we need to put it in a colon.
Oh, yeah, thank you. And that's not that one, that's one. Okay, so the input has more padding the thing than the button, which we don't want. Let's see if we can put it here on its own. How does that look? It's okay. And the input we can give it more height, sorry, more width. From what I'm seeing, the input field on the left side has border radius on the top left and top bottom left, and the button has border radius on the top right and bottom right. So let's see if we can style that fast. The button, whoops, didn't want to do that, has border radius. Oof, how was the syntax for it? I think the top left was the first one. Let's see how it looks.
I
5
don't remember.
pixel, 10 pixel, 15 pixel and 20 pixel just for us to see which side is which.
Whoa.
Yeah, you can see it starts on the top left and goes around. So we want the second and the third parameter. So we're gonna, the 5 gonna make 0, and this one, let's give it, I don't know, 5, 5, and then 0.
Mm.
Looks okay. On the other one, on the input field, I'm gonna make the same thing, but um, exactly the other numbers, a bit around. Oops, 0. Yeah, that's okay. And I can see there is a space between the button and the
Well, I
input,
guess,
which is, yeah,
yeah, I guess they don't have that in the actual design, huh? I didn't
design.
realize
Yeah,
that.
exactly. So we can work on removing it or keeping it. It's up to you.
I think
Just,
it's fine, but if we're going more with what the design is doing, we could get rid of it, but
you want to see some magic, some professional stuff? Just gonna do that. And voila, problem solved.
negative. Aren't you supposed to like not do that?
In this case, it's okay. It's like 3 pixels shifted to the left. Normally, I would, if I have time, if I like it, I can spend what exact border or margin or padding is, pushing it around or some gap, whatever. But in this case, it's just okay.
I feel like I've done that in the past and I was chided for it.
Yeah, it's not. In this case, it's okay. But if you do like minus, I don't know, 15 rem or 200 pixels or something, that's bad. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
So it's okay. That's okay, I think, right? For the
Yeah.
input field.
Yeah. I
We
think
can
it looks
jump to
good.
the icons.
Unless we want location to be like white, but I think it's probably fine being black.
Hey, as long as we're here, color white. What? Bam.
Wow. Wow.
But let's do the other orange.
Oh wait, do we need to style the little arrow? There's a little arrow there, isn't there?
Um, we can. We said if we have time, if we like to, we can make it.
Okay.
Just selected another orange. Oh, that's really bad. Okay, maybe not.
Could do it the color of
So
this.
yeah, let me show you a trick. So you need to do this on your side, so you show it to the stream
Okay.
because it's the VS Code thing. Um, so if you hover on the color value, let's say orange, for example, the box on the left side of it where it
Mm-hmm.
shows colors,
Mm-hmm.
and if you hover and the top it says RGB and the value of it, if you click that, oops, yeah,
Oh,
you can
I
see
can
it's changed.
change it.
Okay, perfect. We want
Mm.
HSL.
Wait, why?
I think that 0 is wrong. So HSL is really nice. On the It describes 3 values, which I kind of forgot. Let me see fast because I need to. This is really good. The last one, which is the one we're gonna
Hue,
control.
saturation, and light, isn't it?
There you go. So if yeah, exactly. So we want a darker orange, right? So what we're gonna do is just change the 50%. I think if we go 40, should be darker. Yeah. We control the hue of the light of it, so it's got like a bit darker orange. If you get used to it, you can like really fast select colors and then change the percentage or one value of it, which gives you variants of that same color. So it's the same orange now, just less light in it, so it's darker.
Wait, so
Does
does
that make any sense?
HSL include opacity?
It could, yes. I think it is the 100%. So if we
Mm.
go 50, should, um, where is it here? That's the saturation which I did.
Right.
I think it can take fourth parameter, but yeah, that's just it's just a thing I wanted to show you guys. You can hover, click on that, change from RGB to HSL to hex or whatever, which
HSLA.
yeah,
But
I'm just gonna change it to a good color and leave it be. There you
yeah.
go. Yeah, that's okay. Now, last before we finish up this section is the tags. So the tags have their own um, parent,
Icon.
which is
Oh,
amazing,
parent. Okay.
and we want space between them. How would you go about that?
Gap.
Yes, but what does cap need?
Flex.
Yes. Or grid, but flex is simpler in this case. So I'm gonna just pick up the class of it. We can see it's the socials inside the intro, inside the section hero. I'm gonna display flex it. Play flex. Um, let's go. Gonna start with cap. I don't know. 2 rem. See how it goes. Probably need more.
Beautiful.
And then actually, let me see the design. In this case, you can do both. Either the parent, give it like a width, specific width, and control that and give it space around, or you can control just the gap and you don't have to do any width of the parent itself. So in this case, I want just to control the width between them and not the how much space they take.
Okay.
So that's why I went with flex and gap. Which actually
Okay.
this 3 rem, I think it's not a lot. So we're gonna, 2 rem is gonna 3.5. I don't know. What does that look? Yeah, that's better. I'm gonna put margin top, I don't know, 2 rem, just to space it from the input. That's too much. 1.5.
That's good.
That's okay.
That's okay. All right.
And now we want the icons. That's the last thing left here, right?
Right.
So now the fun part I love about CSS selectors. And child.
And the chat has always been so confusing to me.
Okay, so I think first I can just put numbers, or do I put the n? I think I need the n after it. Or let's see. Third child selector. What is third child syndrome? I don't know what's supposed to
Centrum.
mean. I don't know. CSS. I should start with CSS. Nth child. So for the chat, I'm looking on this page now. Yes, so I just can put the number alone and it should understand what child it is.
Okay.
Select the second element of a div sibling, select the LE. I think I need to put span here. So the first child of a span type or something like that. Let's see.
When?
Border
Okay.
2 pixels, solid red. Let's see what it's selecting at the moment.
Ah. Okay. Great.
Perfect. Let's just copy this 3 times, 2 and 3, and make this green. Whoops. I know how to type green and blue.
Art.
You can see we get selecting them. Amazing, right?
I think you should leave it like this.
Sure, yeah. If you guys want it like that, it reminds me of childhood TVs. You know, the RGB pixels. You can see them individually.
Right.
Yeah. So what we want to do is actually use the before pseudo element. So
Okay.
let's see if you can do that. Double double before. Yes. For those who don't know, so we have the element itself, but with before and after, we can put stuff before it and after it in CSS. So we're going to put stuff in the
Um,
HTML when we're working with CSS only. But to
um,
do that, we want content to be, depends if we want to put it here, like the icon, or text. So if I put text here, how does it look? I have to finish it, close it. Yep,
oh yeah.
you can see where it is now. So for the first element, I said before it, put content icon, like a text icon. and you can see it. I think you can see it on the stream. Yes. Any questions about the before I replicate it to the others?
I didn't know you could do that. What do you think about like the idea of keeping like content to the HTML and styling to the CSS and like not mixing them?
And that's exactly what I'm doing here.
It is
So,
what you're doing?
so yes. So what I'm doing here, keeping the values in the HTML only. So the 26K, the 62K, 52K. But in my class, I already have the class defined as socials. And when I'm saying, hey, the first one should be Facebook, the second one should be Twitter, the third one should be whatever it was, I don't know, remember. These values are styling. So I'm styling the first one to be, or I'm considering them to be CSS because I'm saying the first one needs to be styled as Facebook and stuff like that, you know?
Okay.
You can put SVG or a icon just beside the text in HTML.
Mm-hmm.
But this is how I would go about it. Both
Okay.
are okay.
Okay.
I'm just, yeah. Um, and this allows me to reuse this class. And with minimal HTML, I have to copy. So I don't have to copy icons everywhere whenever I want to change or update the icon for Facebook. I don't have to update it on everywhere in HTML, but I only have to update the class in CSS.
Hmm.
That's my logic.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I would do here for the icons, I would keep the content 0 and then give
Okay.
it background. Oh, sorry. Width of it, I don't know, 25 pixel. Let's see how big that is. And have to give it height too. 25 pixel. Let's make it a square. How do you look now? Why is it not doing what it should do? Okay, let's give it background now instead.
Gets
I
rid
think
of
I
it
need to change
entirely.
the. No, I think I need to give it display block or something.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, there we go. Um, now we have to put it beside it. How should we do that?
Wouldn't can we do flex?
We can,
Float.
but what's
Oh.
easier?
Whoa. I
Let's
forgot
see
how
if
to
it
use
works.
floats.
Me too, but let's see.
Looks like it
Oh,
works.
okay. It's not that bad. Left. Wow, we professionals,
Hell yeah.
right? So we could do flex. Just needs more lines. With float is just 2 words. It's easy to handle. If it works, it works. So now we're gonna just space it just a bit from the text itself. So I'm gonna give it margin right. I don't know, 5 pixel maybe. Doesn't have to be a lot. Yeah, that's okay. Now all I need to do is background image, and here is gonna where I'm gonna put my icon basically.
So, Trini is asking, because the icon is a style, not content, you're using CSS to add it?
Yes.
And
So
then,
exactly this is how I'm gonna add it.
okay. And then they said, what about using inline block instead of float?
Actually, that's smarter, I think. Let's see. Line block. Remove the float. Yeah. Ooh, so it's not aligned anymore.
No, it's
Why
not.
is that? Um, hmm. So inline block in combination with float and position determines the type of box or boxes that are generated for an element. So I'm just hovering above inline block and reading it.
Oh.
Um,
Oh.
yeah. What if I leave float? Okay, so if I leave float in, it's still okay. Oh, it's better. But if I remove the inline, it's center. Yeah, I'm not like really crazy here. Um, I'm not employed, but funny you asked. I was in an interview today in the city for
Congrats.
thank you. We'll see if how it goes. I'm not sure. Just an interview, so they have to decide if they like me or not. For a full stack position, an internship, which I need to do. I need to find something within 1 month because in middle of July or August I have to start the internship because I have to do internship in my 5th semester. Thank you.
Mm.
Um, they saw the beard and they was like, "Do you want a coffee?" I was like, "No, thank you. I don't like coffee." I was like, "Which Arabic person doesn't like coffee?" I was like, "I don't." So they kind of talked about it, yeah. Um, okay. Do we have? Can we find icons very fast? Um, Social media icons free. Yes,
Wait, what
love it. Like
website are you
the
looking up?
searching. I don't know.
There's
Do you guys
Font
have any?
Awesome, I think.
Does it have links? I just want a link where it shows the icon. What I normally do in this case, so I would go. Probably I have something myself. Let me see if I can
Like on your
reuse something.
computer or
Yeah, yeah. So what I would normally have for other projects is icons as SVGs,
oh,
um, and use them everywhere. Just probably found them once from a free source and then saved it to use it everywhere. Let me see. Here I used it. Yeah. Ooh, eye drops. Source, media. Socials. Yeah, perfect. I have SVGs. Let me see if I can import them. You want to copy? Yeah, I think I want to copy. You can keep them if you want. They are just basically SVGs of each icon. Um, and in this case, I'm going to use them as images because I'm using an URL. If you want to use it in the HTML itself, you would copy the SVG content.
wow, wow, wow,
Yeah.
wow, wow, wow.
So we want Facebook. Let's start with Facebook. The cool thing about SVGs is you can style them. Like you can tell them fill, and not in this case as an image, but if you use them straight as an icon, as code, you can style it with CSS and give it the rule fill and then a color to it.
Okay.
So let's see if this works. Oh, it worked. Wow. Can I
Social.
do fill? I don't know. No, I can't probably. In this case, I would style the SVG. Let's remove that. I'm gonna. Ooh. Okay. So, what I would normally before I would done was copy this and do it for everything else. But in this case, only one of them, one ruling is different, which is the background image. So what
Oh,
I would do is copy it, put it here, and basically say every span should have this styling. And only the first one has this image. Oops. Second image one should have something else and this something else. So what did the design say? Facebook, Twitter, and then Instagram. Facebook, Twitter, and then Instagram. So let's see how it looks. Whoa, that shouldn't be.
it's exciting.
Oh, because we forgot the before on the stuff.
Uh, wait, why did that change stuff?
So this here, if I remove it, we're just standing the span itself, which has width of the, it has 55K or the number itself and the icon and stuff like that. So it has that width where the Twitter icon is now, repeated, right? So that's the
Yeah.
width the span itself has, but we want only the before element. So if you inspect element, you can see the before element has its own element in the DOM, which you can style, which we're working with. In this case, has 25 pixels. Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, again, for styling it, making it orange. In this case, I can go to the Facebook SVG and from there give it, I don't know, uh, style, open a style tag in it. I don't remember. Style. Close it. And then here say path. Path maybe like that. Fill head. I don't know if it should work or not, but let's see. Yeah, that worked. Wow. Big Gucci.
Miguchi.
And I would do this for the other three, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. How's it looking? Not good. Why is it not updating? Did I miss something?
Trini says we might need to reduce the gap and that you should be able to do in the CSS as well because it's an SVG.
Um, what did you? What do you mean?
I don't know, I'm just reading the chat. What do you mean,
Yeah.
Trini? Is it possible to add a style change on hover to the SVG? Probably.
Yes. Yes. So if you want to play around with all of the like styling, we can go like. So you guys saw how we did it with the before. Let's like change it to the HTML variant where you have it in the HTML. So it's kind of gonna look bad, but which one was it? Copy the Facebook? Yeah, okay. So I imported the icon here now. Let me copy the Instagram one. Boy, it's gonna be bad. Yeah, that's why I hate you SVGs in code, but you can customize it then more. And
Oh,
this
okay.
now we don't need the before anymore. Let's see how it looks. Looks like that. We're gonna probably need a I don't know. Span inside it. Display flex, maybe. Oh, that's not display. Okay, this now is. Where should it go? Um, S SVG width or max height. I don't know. 25 pixel. Wow, did I break something? Uh-oh. What's happening with this? Your setup. Okay, let's wait, yeah, a bit. Can you hear me? Um, my coding journey. I don't know. I kind of started with as a script kiddie and then moved on doing some applications with Visual Basic .NET, the good old times. Um, and then can you guys see? I can't move on if I don't. If the screen is black. I think the stream screen is black. So Yeah, screen anymore. Yeah, so let's chat a bit until she comes back. Um, and basically started with VS Code, Visual Basic .NET, the language, then moved on to C Sharp, and then to PHP, HTML, CSS, and then to Ruby on Rails. Yeah. Um, just gonna revert. Wait, no, just gonna wait for the screen. Not gonna do anything in code changes. So, do you guys have? Are you mainly a front end? I can do front end. So I have finished diploma here in multimedia and advertising. Oof. It's okay. Can you hear me, Rufia? She can. I hope everything works out. Can you hear me now?
Sorry, y'all. I did a whole explanation and everything.
No, we
But
heard you.
oh, you
We heard
did
you.
hear me?
I think so. Um,
Okay,
yeah.
wait a second. If you didn't hear me, I said that I have this really exciting thing where in the last week,
Oh
um,
wait.
there's been
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
there's been
They can hear too.
like a leak above my computer,
Uh oh.
like of water. Every time my roommate takes like a shower, which they take so many showers, it's ridiculous. Anyway, I'm really sorry about that. You
It's
should be able to
okay.
see the screen again. Okay.
Yeah, let's just give her a second to set up again.
It
Um,
should be mostly good. Set up like a towel, covered one of the
fixes
monitors.
everything, right? I think you lost my camera,
Oh, I
but
did lose
just
your camera.
take time.
Okay, wait a second. Have some water on my computer.
I know, right, Chad? This space looks better for stream.
This gets the doorway in. Oh, mistakes are
So,
made.
um, who was it before? Just so I don't ignore it. Blood. I'm from Iraq, but I've been living in Austria for 7 years now. We're kind of integrated in the Austrian German culture. Ja, ja. Dankeschön.
I don't know why I
So I
lost
kind
your
of finished
camera.
high school here. Yeah, everything working?
Well, no, your camera isn't working. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's because this monitor isn't working, but I have it plugged in.
Oof. I took about so I took intense courses. So within 3 years, I attended a class that has 3 years until the A levels, and within like the first year, every time I had like 10 days free or something, I took classes. So within 1.5 year, I would say I learned the language and did really good on it after like finishing the third year, which I had to because of um, I'd done the high school, so to say here, the diploma in German language as a normal student. How long have you been coding? So I started in 2012 with my first laptop, installed Photoshop, and kind of went into the dark side since I don't think we still don't have any rules there, internet rules, good ones at least. So I kind of was doing my own thing, learning like script kiddie, doing DDoSes and doing Trojan stuff and code and hacking and just basically anything that code clicks and does something bad or fun, I did it. That's where it started. Um, and came here and there's rules here. Can imagine there's internet rules. So I kind of left the bad stuff and kept with the web development and software development with C Sharp and web development mainly. But now I'm finishing a minor in the university, which is like ethical hacking. So in the future, I can say I know hacking, but it's like the ethical one. I have a certificate for it, so I know hacking, but now it's legal. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a good boy now. Pretty much. Um, I'm just chatting with the chat.
Okay.
Just let me know when you're good to
You can go
continue.
ahead. I'm just catching up on chat. Everything should be good. I'm holding my towel so my laptop's protected. Y'all, do you want to see this? Wait a second. I can show you what this looks like.
Sure.
Okay. Can you see it? There's the leak. Okay. Here's my towels and stuff. Here's my hand holding the
Amazing.
towel, and there's the laptop. So it's great. I really need to fix it.
Okay,
Anyway, go
so
on.
we can wrap this up faster, so we don't so we don't lose you for the next streams. Um, okay, so let's finish up this chat. Bust this up showering on your stream exactly. Make a schedule. If I'm streaming, check my stream schedule. If I'm streaming, don't shower.
They took a shower last night too. And I was fortunately awake and by my computer so I could like fix shit, but like
Isn't
what?
like there a landlord thing?
What do you mean?
Like a landlord or something you can
Yeah, there
tell about
is.
the leak?
There
Yeah.
is, and I've told them, but it hasn't gotten fixed yet. Anyway, go on. Sorry. Not important.
It's okay. I'm just retracking to see how I can fix the styling on this. Basically, I have the icons, but I want them. Maybe we can float it as we did. Float, since I hated floats. But now it's okay. Right, maybe? Float right? I always remember. SVG. No? What do you want then? How can we put the icon beside the text? We can maybe, or we can't. Oof.
What was the thing
How?
that changed while I was like running around with it when doing stuff? Because
Sorry.
it looked fine before. Why is everything so big now?
So we changed it from the CSS, the icon linking thing, to live HTML in the HTML as VGs,
Ah,
and this way you can control it. Like I don't know. Let's say this is the intended design, guys. Right? Let's keep it this way. The icon, and then beneath it there's the number. So in here I can say fill and say, I don't know, red. You can see it changed the colors. Whoa. And let's keep it, I don't know, black for now. Or let's say it's red only on hover. Hover, here it is. So it should be black, but if you hover on it now, Rufia, why is it big on your screen?
I don't. Oh, I see the hover though. But I don't know why it's big. I can try and reload. Wait a second. No, it's still big.
Try that. Okay, how about I force it to size? Maybe width, max width 25 pixels and max height 25 pixel. Did that fix it?
It looks like it. Yes.
Yeah. Wow, I'm seeing something totally different than
Are you
you. What was
really?
it? Yeah, on my side is like really like nice and good.
It could be because I'm doing a little like. It could be. No, that is what it looks like. I
Hmm.
don't know why.
But if the chat gets the idea, we can move on.
Y'all get the idea? Hold on, no. Oh, they get it apparently.
Perfect. We are on fire. Oh, just remove the styling from the menu items. So that's how I would go about the hero section. With SAS, you can even go less code, but for this hero, I mean, it's probably already responsive. So I don't know. Um, what do you think, Rufia?
Yeah,
While we letting the chat have questions or think things about it.
I think it's fine. I mean,
I know it's fine. What do you think about the process and how we got the minimal HTML and CSS?
I'll be like, I was there for most of it. The last like 10 minutes, I wasn't really there, but like the rest of it was good.
We didn't do a lot. Yeah, we just played with the icons.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, no, it makes
but
sense to
yeah.
me.
So for the background, again, I used the container itself. I just used the CSS background, image background. So no matter what, how the background it is, the container, just the background is there with the cover CS size.
Right.
Um, and for mobile, if I want it to be higher or lower, I can just change the height on the hero.
With a media query or what?
Yeah, basically, if I want to.
Okay.
Um, and we have now, if you look at the HTML, it looks hideous with the SVG. That's why I liked the CSS variant of it. You can put an icon here, just a link icon image, but then you don't have the hover effect on it or something, which you can
Oh.
do. That changes the source of the image or something, or JavaScript it or something. But that's what I meant with, if I remove that and put it in the CSS, it would be easier for me to copy this part, the social media or the numbers, and put it somewhere else. And if I want to update it, I just do it in the CSS, just to give you guys an idea.
And wait, what was the reasoning besides putting it in the HTML again?
So here in the HTML, you can see it's a mess to copy and update and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And the way we did it in the CSS was with the before pseudo element, which for us was only, two rules. One, we defined the height and the color and stuff for the before element.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one was the setting which icon, what element should have which icon.
Okay.
If How about can I revert what we did so we
Probably.
can go back to the good one? Let's see, actually, I don't know.
So people are saying that you
Yes,
could be using font awesome, but you use SVGs for a
we could,
reason,
yes.
right?
SVGs, basically it's code, it's HTML, which allows me to work with the hover to change its color, size, or whatever.
Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
so I changed it back to the CSS minimum, CSS minimum HTML, which is only this part here now for the whole icons thing.
Okay.
You
I
can see I'm
think
just, yeah.
it looks better this way personally, but maybe that's just me.
It is. It's neater. It's easier to maintain. When you are in a team, yeah, everything's awesome. Um, so this is the hero. Do we want to continue with the other section, or
Yeah.
how do we look on time?
Uh, we have like another hour at least.
Perfect. Any other questions before we continue, chat? Um, Everything is awesome. Font awesome. I don't know. I never used it in a big project. I now use a lot of libraries. In the last project, the Better Briefs one, we used React and then we used Material UI with it, which was easy. It's just importing a component and you have an icon. I have to go to work adding coding.
See you,
Thanks so
Milk.
much. Guys. I have finished. Hey, man, nice having you around.
Okay.
I hope this helps you a bit.
Let's do the next section.
Perfect. So, what do you have in the next section? We have.
Wow. Oops. We have this
Hey,
discover
Anna.
our restaurant store. Hi,
Yes.
Anna.
So how does it look, the design? Let me have a look. So we have the About Us, which is a small thingy. I think it's the span, yes. And then we have Discover a Restaurant Story, which we defined as a H2 because we already have an H1, which normally in one page you should have only one H1.
Okay.
And then a P tag, and then a navigation button, arrow, whatever you want to have. And again, a background. So Gonna copy the section about class. Go here. Oops. There. Let's see our first hero. Just gonna gently copy the background image thing so I don't have to copy it. Let me find another image actually. How does this? Oops, I closed the design. Dang it. Okay, so it's a lot of white and some food or something in it. Just trying to find something. Okay. Ooh, is this okay? Yes, this is actually perfect. Copy image address, paste it here, remove the unnecessary stuff. Yes. Okay, so we have an image. And probably want to style it like cut or crop or find images where we have white space for the text to look good in the background on it and stuff like that. So keep
Right,
that
on
in
the
mind.
right side, maybe?
Yeah. For now, I think we can ignore it. Should be enough space. But for web design, either already go in a photo editor and crop the image exactly how you want it or give it enough white space on the right side or something like that. I'm just struggling to find images, fast during the stream, so just taking whatever I can find.
No problem.
So what we want to do, can you give me the Drupal link again? I'm kind of lost on my browser, so I don't have to look on the screen every
Wait a
second.
second. Um, I'm gonna put it in chat just because I can't get to the screen where you're on.
Yes,
It's
yeah, chat is
hidden by a
good.
towel.
Thank you. I have
Specialty
it.
is misspelled born, but that's not our bad. That was whoever made this is bad.
We are better. Not really, but okay. Okay, I have the design again. Thank you very much. Okay. Yes, so we want every text. Okay, so we have the texts here, 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 and we have the container, but we want everything to be aligned on the right side. So what we're gonna do is similar to what we did above with the intro. Here we're gonna say this, bang, bang, and what do you call it? Content? Yes, content sounds perfect. I'm waiting
Fantastic.
for the autocomplete. Say again, sorry?
Is it fantastic?
Yes. And then basically, bam, put everything in it. This way, we have the container, the section, which will be the background image, the whole width of the screen. And then we have the content here in one element, the parent here, which we can, move everything inside it with one styling, basically. Just gonna go back to here and see how we can design it.
Right.
We can give it a max width of, I don't know, 25 rem. Let's see how wide that is. It looks okay. Let's go with 20. How does
Smaller.
it look on the, if I go smaller screen? Yeah, that's okay. Um, then, how should we put it on the right side? Do you reckon?
Wouldn't we do flex? No, wait.
Yeah, thinking about it. So for the parent flex,
And then justify contents like flex
sorry,
end, isn't it? Or something like that?
something like that. Yeah, yeah. Why I'm struggling to type display. Flex. And then here, justify self maybe, and does that work?
Apparently
Nope.
not. Did I just
Let's
say
keep it
flex
here.
end?
Flex and actually sounds okay. Let's work on here. Justify content and
There you go.
okay, that's better. Yes. What should we do here? Margin right? Right?
Yeah.
Free rem.
That
with some
looks good.
spacing.
Wait a second. Look, it made the picture.
Yeah, you know why? It's because we're margining the whole section about. So what we want to do is, whoops, not this one. We want to margin only this container
Ah,
and the whole
yeah.
image. Perfect. So, why do we have the about so high above
Oh,
the
yeah, that is really weird.
H2? Because the H2 has a margin top on it, which is because we defined it on line 16 with our type thing.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So what we want to do is come here and say explicitly this one, H2, margin top, I don't know, 1 rem. See how that looks. Still a lot, maybe 0.2 rem. But it's better, it's
It's
better.
better, yeah.
How about we do the whole thing margin 3, so it's not on the top. It's better, yeah. Okay. So how does this look while comparing it to the design?
Um, oops.
It's okay. That link needs to be an orange button and the about us needs to be orange. You know, again, the spacing we can play around with.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we want to do.
Right.
So we can start with the span, make it orange. Oops, span. So here you can see we're reusing the orange. So what I'm gonna do is use a variable now because I don't want to, do different oranges or something. So here I'm gonna go with root.
What's
I
root
should
do?
put it. I'm making a variable. So
Okay.
I'm putting color. What should we call it? Orange. I can type orange. Yes. Basically hashtag. So now I can just use this, and it's gonna take this value. And if I want to update it, I can just update this value, and everything should up. Anything using this color will update.
Huh.
In this case, will be this one, which I'm going to use the variable color orange. And I'm going to use it again here for the span color and the button underneath it. It's a semicolon. Oops, I need color here. And I know how to design. Oh, that's bug.
I know you could do
Okay.
this.
You would want to do this when basically doing every project. Let's say this website here. You can look at the color palette. You have multiple colors. The
Mm-hmm.
orange, white, black. These are 3 colors. So you define this in the beginning and the top. Let's do this actually. That doesn't take a lot of time. So I'm gonna go with white, black, and orange. And on black, we're gonna use, come on, yes, like this. Um,
Do you usually make variables for margins and paddings too?
unless I reuse it a lot and if I update it, it's gonna be a pain. Yes. Normally, since I use like reset and use stuff like this, that predefines the elements I want, the spacing of it and stuff, then no. Um, it really depends if you think, okay, maybe I'm using this value too much, and if maybe I'm gonna change it later on. It's gonna be a pain to go through everything, and maybe you're gonna miss one. This helps you to have, defining the color once, then you can work and change it here, and you can use it multiple times and basically update it and maintain it on one part. So I'm gonna using the white here, and that's it. And I'm using the black once until now, which is here. That's white. I need black. Yeah, if you know what Dinball just said, if you know you are going to reuse a lot of them, same thing, variables, something you should implement. Yes, exactly. And in this case, let's say I have multiple whites, I can just say, okay, And this, you guys should look into it. Extreme white and extreme black is not a good combi. In this case, I'm gonna switch this to the HSL, and maybe, if I'm not missing, make this 90%. Yeah, so that's a gray variant. Switching this to the HSL and maybe make this 10. It's like a grayish dark. Ooh, that's a
Wait,
bug.
why don't you want to do extreme white and extreme black?
So it's bad for the eyes to have the extreme black text on an extreme black white background. It's like, it's okay, but on the long term, if you have like a website with a lot of whites and blacks, it's going to be bad for the eye to register the contrast, the sharpness between the two.
Okay.
And too much contrast, exactly. And this way you can just like pushing the white towards gray a bit and pushing the black towards gray a bit, so they're not extreme contrast difference between them.
Okay.
That's it, just for the health of the eye for the long term.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So how are we doing? I think I think the last thing left here is the button. Again, you can see that the about us text is orange on the background that has fruit on it or something. We have to take this in consideration, selecting the image and selecting the font on top of it and stuff like that. For now, we just
Right.
if we have a better white image, we can use it. If you guys found something, just let us know. Yes, most of the time also use color primary, color secondary, which in our case, the primary one for now is orange. I use color names myself just so I know what is describing. But it's primary and secondary is also the second thing. So white, black, and white, secondary, primary, and some complementary or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. It's not good UX at the moment. So aside from the image background, which is not good for the text background, as a text background, the last thing left is the A tag, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go here, A tag, open it up. What should we do? First, we want to remove the styling. So what was it? Decoration text? Decoration something to remove the underline?
Oh, I think you're
Yes.
right. Yeah.
And then color, we want to put it, what does that look? It's a big orange button with white text. So we're gonna use, let's leave the color, let's give it background color, which is our var minus minus, and colors options should come up in VS Code for you. I'm gonna auto select the color orange.
Okay.
I'm gonna now give it color, whoops, I don't want that, color var of white. So it's almost matching, and then padding actually, padding. How about this? You're gonna use 1 RAM, maybe it's too much, and 1.5 RAM. Let's see.
Looks good.
It's okay. It's okay. Let's give it some margin top.
It looks like on the right, it's like slightly more spaced out.
Let's see why that is the case. Because we have the span, and the span is on orange. So if we go here in the CSS, we defined any span inside the content area should be orange, and we have an orange span arrow in the HTML.
Right.
Go here, so it's orange by default at the moment. So that's why we're gonna go here and say, for the span inside the A tag, please give me the color white. Color bar white. So for this arrow, this is like just for us here. Normally you would use material awesome font or material UI for React, or SVGs or an image or something, whatever you wish to, whatever you want to decide to style the font, the icon. in this case it's like really big. I think I misrepresented these as like that. Yeah, yeah, no, that's better. And then we can give it border radius. Whoops, radius. I don't know. 8 pixels, a bit more. 5. It's 5 is always good. Yeah, that's how I sound. Hey, Roberto. Um, that's like a wacky button if we want to, replicate the one in the design. We can go here and say background color. And so now you can see in the design, if you switch back to the design,
Mm-hmm.
you can see that the arrow background has like a lighter orange variant.
Okay.
Um, so what we're going to do is create another orange, and we're going to convert it to HSL. And I'm going to go, I don't know, 60 maybe? It should be lighter. Yeah, maybe.
Why is it that it does that?
Why does it what?
Why is it lighter behind it?
It's just the style on the image, on the template we were designing.
Okay.
Like the arrow has a section where the background of it's like a bit lighter. Oh, I just made another color. It's a bit lighter than the other orange, which I'm going to use here.
Okay.
Let's see how it looks. Oops, I need dash dash. So how does it look? Ooh, bad. Not great. Um, can I do that better? Hmm. I don't know how I should go about it. Basically, I would put an icon and another element beside the A tag and just, merge them just like we did with the search and button, the search input
Right.
of the hero element. So something similar to that, but I'm just going to scrap this one. We don't need. Um, that's relatively similar to the design, I would say. What do you guys think? Anything we could do better? I would use color inherit for the span.
Looks the same color to
Ye-
me.
Yeah, could be. I wouldn't say bad practice, but PX browsers prevent from font adjustments. What do you mean, Dunball? I wouldn't say bad. Okay, let me go back actually. Is it bad practice to use pixels and EM units? No, it's not. Um, so here I'm working with text. So I like to use rems because rems are, relative to the root font unit. So if in the root I do, I don't know, font size 110%, everything, because it's RAM, everything is relative to that and they will get bigger. And here I'm using pixels because it's about the radius, it's not about the text. So I'm safe, always safe using pixels for the radius. Because if I use RAM and then change the font size, the border radius arc will get bigger or smaller or get messed up, which I don't want to mix up. That's my logic behind separating them. But using different units is not a problem as long as they are, have a structure behind it.
More consistency.
Consistency, yeah. If you use, everything, you would lose overview on a lot of stuff. Make the window a bit larger.
Yeah, so
Like, yeah, okay.
I'm trying to show the code as well, but there you go. It overlaps a little
Oh,
bit when
there
I'm
you go.
doing
You can
this.
see it's good design now. No, it's bad. I'm just
There you go.
looking at the
There you
screen
go.
view, making it wider and smaller. So we did 2 sections with 130 lines of CSS and I don't know, 30 lines of HTML.
So
Um,
I think like the
yeah.
biggest thing I'm taking from the CSS is like, I normally like indicate through a comment or something that this is this section, and then like if it's a here section, and then I'll comment this is the content section example. But it looks like you kind of indicate that by just having each like element you're addressing start with a section about content, right?
Yeah, kinda. So what I'm doing here, you can see the hero. Like, let's say, look at what we did now. There's two different images, and they are, if you look at them like really fast, they're just two different sections. And that's where I would use a section tag. Everything inside the section I would use, or almost everything, maybe there's exceptions, I would use a div. Again, I'm a student, web development student. I'm still in the first semester, so there's a lot of my way to learn, but this is what I'm being taught, what I'm learning from experience from the stuff what I'm doing here, not right now. And then when we worked on it, before we styled, we worked on the HTML, looked on the design. What do we actually need? We want the section. Inside it, we wanted the text, and wanted to align them every the text and the title and everything, align them to the right. So I'm probably gonna put them everything in a container, so I can just move the container, everything will be moved with it. That's where the section hero intro came in. That's just a container to move everything inside it. And then I needed an H1, I needed a form to submit, which is the search, and I needed the social information. And what do I need actually for the socials and the HTML side? A container for the icons, so I can put spacing between them and put them to the right or the left side. And do I need the icons in the HTML or not? Maybe, maybe not, as you wish. I choose not to because I know I can do them with the before pseudo element. So that's the whole hero first part, first section. That's the whole HTML for it. Going back to the CSS, that's the section, basically defining a height for it, um, which you can edit with a media query for the mobile if you want to have more or less, I don't know. And this is the background for it. This is just the menu, we did a simple menu. And this is the intro. We moved spaced on the top, just top left for it. You can do space fancy HTML to center it to the exactly center of the parent and stuff like that. The HTML, the H1, because we wanted, to see, if you guys see on the screen there, it says welcome to, and then goes to a new line. Our cuisine restaurant, like new line. We just gave it a max width, so the H1 doesn't go very wide. It just gets a specific width, and the text has to go underneath it. And the input and the button, we just gave them a height and border none, so it's like a bit higher than the normal default CSS styling. What was that? The input, we gave it. Oh, so if you guys, I don't know if you guys squint your eyes a bit, you can see that on the input, on the top left and top bottom, sorry, top left and bottom left side, there's like border radius. And on the orange location button on the right side, the top right and bottom right has the border radius, which is what we did here, for both of them. And for the button, we did custom standard styling, coloring, padding, so there's space between the border and the text itself, and margin left. So there was a space between the input and the button. We kind of like squeaked the button to the left a bit, so there's no space anymore. And this is the socials, basically. We flexed them, margin topped them, giving a bit spacing from the stuff above it. We gave them gap 3, some spacing between the items themselves. This is the magic here. We worked with the spans. For the span, we gave it a before pseudo element, which basically introduces a DOM element in the browser, which has nothing, but it's a display block with this height and width, and float left, so it gets beside the 4K, or no, 55K, 26K, and stuff like that. So it gets beside it with the float. And margin right, so it gets a bit spacing between the text, the 55K, and the icon itself. And we said here with the nth child, the first one should have this background image, the second one should have this one, and third one should have this one. So that's pretty much everything we did styling for the socials you guys see. That's the first one, basically. Imagine getting taught the right things. Hey, it's just I don't think there's right and wrong. It's just about which one is the more better structure to make help you get easier, start work easier. So if I look at this one, it's the before pseudo element, obviously, of a span which is inside the socials, and this socials is inside the intro part of the hero section. So this is the bank convention for those who don't know. Who is this guy?
You can say who you
Uh,
are again for those who weren't there at the
so,
very beginning.
oh, probably yeah, there's more people now. So Mr. Beardo. Should change my Twitter name now. So my name is Aras. I do web development. Um, I have a couple of projects, but I'm still unemployed. Still applying. I'm a student. I study exactly multimedia technology, which goes into game development or web development, which obviously you can guess which one I took. Um, and yeah, so I'm still a student. I'm still learning. I'm just sharing here with you guys what I learned in the university and follow up with the Twitch here and with the streams and how try to get in the comments. Um, just share the knowledge.
Yeah,
So you guys,
Aras,
if you have any questions, yeah,
yeah,
sorry.
ask questions. Aras has been following my streams since like months ago, so that's how I know him.
Yeah, my pleasure. I like actually sharing. I had like I don't know, 2015 maybe. I did like you guys do not go on YouTube and search for it. I hope I had it private, but now. But I did like Photoshop trailer tutorials and stuff like that, and explaining the whole Photoshop software. So I kind of
Nice.
like teaching, I guess. In the university, I jump around, and while explaining and presenting stuff, everyone gets excited.
That's, I mean, I
Very
think that's
intelligent.
a great quality. So immediately goes to YouTube to search the videos.
It's not Azar, Roberto. It's Aras. Come on, you know that. My dishwasher broke. It makes a noise like "Grr." What should I do? Did you try shut it down and restart it again? Most of the time works.
Brilliant, brilliant. Try banging
um,
it.
nah, that doesn't help. It gets it more angry.
What? No problem,
Um,
Bonita. Yeah. So, do you normally go and do you normally do mobile first or no?
yes, actually I do. Let me share with you maybe a Figma project. I
Okay.
think you can show it on stream. It's almost done. It's for a client for a WordPress theme.
Okay.
If you guys interested in WordPress themes, you can tell her here to make another collaboration.
Yeah, I know
But
nothing
that would
about
need a bit
WordPress.
longer. Uh, and better if we have a like finished HTML, CSS, and we just put a couple of PHP lines into it. Share. How can I share but can view only?
I think if
I
you
think
click
that's it.
share at the top and then yeah, can
Yeah.
view copy link.
Can I give it to you on the meeting call?
You can. I'll have to go look at it under my like covered
Or should
screen.
I put it in the chat?
Better if you put it in the chat, but like I can try and go look at the other one.
Heck. What can go wrong, chat? Come on. um, you can. Yeah. Oh god, there's a lot of people already. So you can see. Okay, still running. I'm gonna wait to see on the stream that
There we
it's
go.
loaded.
If I can just zoom in. I can't zoom. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah. So how I this is like a thing I designed for a WordPress theme client. You can see, well, you can't see what I started with, but I started with the desktop version and then just took the screen width, copied it for like the desktop, and just whoop, gave it like smaller width, and everything broke, and then just I adapted the things. So I don't I don't know actually if there's a rule if you start designing with desktop or start designing with mobile, but you can see I have mobile of every important page, and then by coding, yes, I start coding looking at the mobile version only. And then when I'm done with the mobile, you would be surprised that the change between the home mobile and the home desktop was not more than 50 lines of CSS.
Hmm,
That's not a lot.
that's cool.
Um, so it helps a lot if you start with mobile first. You can see if we analyze it really fast, the hero is almost on one to one the same. I didn't change anything on it. The text here is almost one to one the same thing. And then the blue section here, basically I knew from looking at this before you code, you look at this. I see the mobile and I see the desktop. In the mobile, I have the icon on the top, and the desktop I have it on the right side. Okay,
I
I
will
would go
be
and do a grid. Okay. Um, I would go and basically do a grid for it. In this case, in the mobile, on the top row, I would have the title and the icon. And in the desktop version, I would have the icon on the first row and the second row, like spanning over. I think you guys looked into it yesterday with the grid stuff. Like give it a row, grid row span two, so it spans over two rows for the icon. That's how I did like the change between. That's the only one thing needed was for change from mobile to desktop. For the second part, I basically here this one. It's simple flex from column to row and stuff like that. So if you before you code, just look into the both mobile and desktop and think about what should I go about with the flex grid. How hard will it be to change it from the mobile to the desktop? How should I go about it? And always start with mobile and then go to desktop. It saves you a lot of time. I know, but yeah. Um, those doors don't look very secure. No, they don't. Ooh, grid. Hey, grid is amazing. Okay. Um, hey, from Australia. Hello. Um, am I from Germany? No, I'm from Austria. But it's German language. Yes. On this sense, yeah. I hate German. Ugh. Um, what else? We need to know how to who to create WordPress themes and plugins. I don't know about plugins WordPress. I know themes, which is very, very easy, surprisingly.
back.
Yay.
Sorry.
Yeah, so we just analyzed how I went from the mobile to the desktop.
Sorry, I couldn't scroll. There you go.
Yeah.
Where did you get these images? I feel like I have one of those saved.
Yeah, I have to share this with everyone here. So I have a folder full of links for this. And I'm gonna give you guys a couple of them. It's basically free art for developers. Um,
I think I also no, not
I
that
have
one.
always saved a couple of links. I have Twitch doesn't ban me for sharing a lot of links.
Ah, you can also
Um,
use this one. I found this one. I never used it though. Kind of looks like what you're using.
similar. Let me get more. I have a list of websites that have art and different art stuff, and they are all free or should be. Please double check, but they should be all free to use everything. Um, so you did that. This one, it helps me. I'm just making a list on the Twitch
That's fine. No problem.
chat.
These doors aren't very secure, born, and they aren't very soundproof either. It's very frustrating. It's fine. Whatever.
Okay, couple left. Figma, you guys already know the Figma community. Don't need that. Drawkit, see, Drawkit is already in my list.
Ah, there you go.
Blush and Andrew. Yeah, Pixels, you already saw it. So, oh, last couple of two. Open Peeps. So this is my list of websites I have saved in my browser. Oh, that looks horrible in the chat. But
What was that?
I hope you guys can
Oh,
click
I
on
see.
everything.
Okay. Okay. I'll save them.
Yeah, this one it is. Yeah, and which I would what I love about this flexible tool thing, which you already just had open. In the website, you can select what image, and then since it's VG, you can select what color, main color it has, and then download it either
Wow.
as VG or PNG.
That is
It's
very
amazing.
fancy.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Um, so that's where I get my art or use it. And you can see it's make a just using four of them on an and with text and colors and fills out the page.
So you chose the colors in these, like it changed it for you?
Yes. So
Ooh.
if you go back to the website, you just had open.
Uh-huh. Oh, the draws, which the first one I
Yeah, I think
opened?
the two.flexible.com one slash scale slash home or
This
something.
one? Oh, I see.
Ooh, time.
This one maybe?
Okay. Yeah, yeah. So
Oh.
if you click on an image, if you open one, yeah, exactly. You already see it. I'm just catching up on the stream. So, and then you can download it as VG or something. So I can select what image I want and give it the main color that I'm using for this theme palette or color palette with my website. And, it works okay.
Looks like it works better than okay, but these look great.
Yeah. I'm almost done with this project. It's just the contact page. I need to program the submit form on it.
But you have everything
And
else done.
yeah, everything's done.
Okay. Um, Taco, you can do your wireframing wherever you want. I do it in Figma. It seems like Araz
Figma is
does
the
it
way.
in Figma. You could do it in Photoshop if you have access to that and know how to use it. I don't know.
Well, so I used before a couple of like two projects used XD, Adobe XD, and then I got introduced to the Figma program by a friend who studies with me in the web development.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, in XD, if I share a link or something, you should like most of the time, if you want to edit it or something, you need XD installed. What's nice about Figma, it's totally free, first of all. Second of all, it has amazing community. And third of all, it works in the browser. One second, let me see what's happening. 1 minute, please.
Have you figured out how to use it like prototype be like where you can click stuff? Oh, sorry, you're done. Hey Swift, thank you for the follow. Or not follow, the sub. I appreciate it. I'm like super behind. What does oh, wait, what is low versus high fidelity?
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
Do you use prototyping in Figma?
If it's only for me, no. If I want to present it to a client, a bit simply, yeah. So this, I don't know. Can you guys see the prototype of this one?
The Psychos?
Psychos, yeah, Psychos. I don't know
Psychos?
if you with the link only. I don't think so, but yes, I have like a simple prototyping with if you click on a button or something, it gets you to the correct page. Which is amazing with Figma. You can just link the simple prototyping, linking the navigation, share the prototype with the client, and he can live, like in his browser, test the website that is still only design. Um,
Very fancy.
yeah. So if you guys still don't have any tool for prototyping and designing, 100% recommend Figma. It's very easy. Don't worry about the tutorials online. Just download it and play around with it. I mean, what's the worst thing can happen? You just delete the project and make a new one.
Deleted
Um,
whole computer
delete the
software.
whole computer. Drag my computer into the bin and then delete the computer. But yeah, that's that.
I figured out Figma to the extent that I can make stuff. Like I made that, right? But I don't know how to do like interactivity. But also I don't really care, so
Yeah. Um, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Shviv? Shvivi? Figma is very advanced at this point. It's actually, it depends on what you want to do with it. So if you want like just to put an image, put a text, put a rectangle background color black or something, it's just, drag and drop and create it. Very simple. But if you want to make animations, if you want to make prototyping and stuff, just spend more time on it and you will get it. So yeah.
Yeah, wait a second.
Prototype on Paint. Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this. This is the water. Look how much water came. Oh, I can't even do this. There you go. How much water came out of the ceiling? Do you see that?
Yeah, that's not good.
Anyway, go on. Sorry. Say what you're saying.
Now I was just gonna read chat. I prototype on paper. I print everything out and then press a button on paper. And I think that's called something prototyping. That's a thing. You prototype with pen and paper.
I normally
Um,
do that initially, and then I'll make it in Figma, and then I'll do it. But
ew, bathwater. um,
I should sell it gross.
yeah, I was gonna say, but yeah, no.
Ew.
So I'm just close Figma, so I don't see if you guys wanna talk about anything else. But so we did what we wanted to do, the two sections. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's just speed running the styling process, minimal HTML, minimal CSS. Um,
There you go.
ooh, okay, yeah.
Wait, and we set like a minimal height for this, right?
For the hero one, we set a minimal height. I think for the second one too.
Oh,
Um, or did we give it a height? We didn't actually. It's just auto for the content. So if more content comes to it, there will be more height to the second part, about part. The first
okay.
part has a maximum height.
Okay. So when would you like use like set a section height versus not?
So in the second section in the about, with the content that it has now, it has an okay height. I'm okay with it. And if I add more height, it will just grow more, which is perfect. In the first one, I have limited like it's the hero, it's the first flashy thing the client will see and stuff like that. So I would want to specify, hey, minimally be this height, because if I don't, let's say if I comment out, where is it? Minimum height of the hero here. Actually, I set a height to it, but if I don't,
Hmm,
you can see how it's gonna look.
not
I'm just
great.
waiting. Yeah, no. So it's like too narrow for my taste. I want more spacing and spacing between elements. It's amazing. Plays tricks. Um, so in the first height, I want to have a specific idea on how height it should more. Other stuff, I leave it dynamically. Again, if you don't touch it and it works, it's perfect. You don't have to put specific numbers. The less work you do, the easier it is to maintain, the more responsive it is, and stuff like that. Um,
Okay. I've never heard the hero thing
what's
before today. I don't know why.
what's the
Jumbotron.
jumbotron? What is a jumbotron? I don't
It's
know where you
a,
come from on this.
I don't know the exact context of the comment, but a jumbotron is like a big ass like screen that you'll have in like soccer stadiums or whatever, you know.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, no.
But apparently
Um,
it used to be a thing. Interesting.
maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I've never heard of that
As
before.
as long as you know what you're describing and what's meant here, it's perfect. I just go with hero. Jumbotron. Haven't heard of either.
Same though.
The boulder lives under a rock. Ah. I
Great.
try. I try.
It was funny. I enjoyed that. And so did Boulder apparently.
Yeah. So, what do you guys have any questions? Should we do something else? Are we? I think we got on time. Like really,
Yeah.
almost exactly what we wanted.
Yeah.
But
This looks great, Born.
ooh,
Make it wider. Okay. That's very impressive.
yeah.
Dual
That's the website.
stream.
I thought it was the image. I saw the image yesterday. Ooh, nice.
Right.
What I would recommend, just as a small feedback, maybe it's not needed, but the icons on the left side, like everything is blue at the moment, probably is already in your to-do list, but separate like categories with colors or something just for easier, faster interactions. But yeah.
Scroll
Or
to
maybe
check.
the icons, every icon has its own color, like GitHub is a black icon and Apple is a white icon and Amazon is an orange icon. Netflix is red, Google is the Google, I don't know, stuff like that. But it looks amazing layout actually.
It does. I'm very impressed. I
How does it look on mobile?
I mean, work in progress. They just barely figured
Work
this
in
out.
progress. I'm pretty sure, yeah, because I just saw the screenshot yesterday, I think, in the chat.
It's not terrible. Like it all fits. It's very small,
Mhm.
but
Mobile, no chance. Why? You just put the left menu on like a burger menu type of thing,
mm-hmm.
then you have more space to work with, and that's it.
Swear burger menus always trip me up.
Yeah, it depends on the. It's easy. It depends on the if you want mobile or not, if you need it or not. For example, I'm working on a control panel intranet page for a small team, and they don't use it on the mobile, so I'm just skipping mobile at, totally. Hush.
That's okay, Born. We're impressed at how it looks right now. Did you see it take
It
website
is. It
yesterday
is.
took me like 17 hours and it looks nothing like this. So
Website? You mean
the art
the
one.
5 images styling?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask this. Did what I do today help you a bit on how to style or how to do the HTML maybe in the future?
I think so. I mean, obviously it would be something I'd have to practice, but
Yeah,
I think so. I've never seen before.
close that shit.
I've never really used nth child, and then this sort of like naming convention sort of thing that you're doing here, I think that's really useful. I had never heard of variables. Well, I had, but I didn't
Wow.
know what they were.
Okay, this is not me talking bad about what you guys doing, but what do you not no but so without the but what do you guys do in the 100 devs course, or is it a course? Because I don't know how it works.
So we learn floats primarily first of all, and then we touch on Flexbox before after moving words are hard. After learning HTML and CSS, we move on to JavaScript. So they don't really go over Flex, honestly. And
Okay.
then it goes into Node. So it's kind of like fast, not as in depth as like a university degree, I think.
Okay. Yeah. I can imagine if you guys want, if they want to, cover a lot of stuff, they have to leave some stuff out, obviously.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And some people use this styling methodology. Yeah, that's what Raj is using, the BEM.
BEM, that's the BEM. I want to show you guys the SAS BEM styling, which is amazing.
Sass.
Um, can I make somehow? Can I rename the style CSS to SAS by any chance?
I think you can.
Oof. Okay, now we're working. Now we're working. Okay, I want to, if you can, just make the CSS just the wider, as wide as you can, because I just want to show how SAS and BEM works in the CSS. We're not gonna work with anything else. Um, if you, it's behind the cameras still.
Oh, you want to see that part? Okay. There you go.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you. So in SAS, which I think you work with quite regularly now, right?
I do. That's not something taught in 100 devs at all, though.
I know, yeah. Okay. So, ooh, it's plain text for you. On the bottom right, where it says plain text on VS Code, can you change that to SAS or something? Or don't you have SAS support?
I
Or maybe I
should.
should.
We've done it before. There you go. SCSS. There you go.
Okay, just so you have my highlighting. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff here. So I'm just gonna, the styling is gonna be the same. I'm just gonna restructure it so you guys can see. So I have the H1 here, but it's the same thing. You guys see how much is the same thing. So this is the H1. And I think it's not liking it because it's not really SAS. It's working on your side, perfect. It doesn't matter my side. Um, and for this, I'm gonna do removing this one. Perfect. So the button and the input inside the intro, that's also covered now. This input, and the button. Still didn't do any BEM here, so here it comes. So now I want to make this, right? What I can do is just add, and then this here. So in the social part of the intro, yeah, this and here basically joins whatever you typed here with the last one, the main one, and it gives you this here, basically the same thing as this one. And when you work on it more, let's see how it looks. I need an add here. Just gonna go through it fast and show you guys. Gonna copy all of this, go here, here, here. We already have the socials. Oh, we already have the socials here, so even better, we can put that here. I'm saying here and here a lot. Sorry about that. Can get this. Ooh, okay. It's tricky here. I want to say here. Add. And as well as this one. And they are all in the span. Pretty much it. So in that's the socials, the socials or inside the intro, we have the normal styling for it. And inside it, we have a span, which has a before element and the nth child styling for it. So you can see with Ben and SAS, it gets even smaller and easier to maintain if you get used to SAS and BEM, or SAS only.
SAS is a compiler, so it just basically makes it so your CSS is more readable and like can be shorter, and then later the computer will compile it into like regular CSS that it can read.
Yeah. So in the end, your editor should understand the SAS and convert it to style.css, yeah, normal CSS sheet. But for you as a developer, this is easier for maintain, or if you're used to it.
Hmm. Right. It's not too hard to learn, says the person who learned it for 6 weeks. uh,
It's okay.
we can't all be super fancy fast coders, so.
It's gonna revert it back to the normal CSS.
To become a smart coder, is it important to code fast?
No, it is not. You code fast when you are smart.
I think you
You don't
code
become smart because you are fast.
I think you code fast when you have experience. I don't think being
Yeah.
smart has much to do with
No,
it at all,
actually, yeah.
Or like you know all the
Yeah.
shortcuts and.
Nice segue. Talking about shortcuts, did you guys knew that there's CSS emit?
Wait, we were talking about that. Wait, tell me about it.
So let's say the hero. I don't know. Let's replicate this one. So anything under the comment, we should let's see if we can do it in emit this here in one line. How about that?
Well, all right.
Let me see if VS Code help allows me to do it. Otherwise, you can do it in your
Okay.
editor. So we want display flags. So D is for display, and then flags should be for display flags, and then plus we want the width to be fit content. I think like that. Then plus we want margin left is the next one. Margin left, which is auto. Plus we want the margin right. Oh god, margin right, which is I kind of forgot what it was. 3 rem. Okay, margin right 3 rm plus padding top, which is 1 rem plus gap 1 rem, I think. It doesn't allow me to autocomplete it. So if you want to delete the last m and see if it allows you to autocomplete it.
Like that?
Did it? I don't know. So, yeah, there you go. Tab it.
Tab it? Oh.
Click
Oh.
tab on it so it auto completes it. Yeah, there you
I
go.
didn't know this
So I
one,
messed up.
but
Okay, I messed up on the width for fit content. But delete the WFC one and type only the letter W.
so if it's width, what was it? Width what? Fit content?
I don't know. Fit. Let's type F after it. See what the autocomplete tells you. Basically, what's the next thing?
Give me a lot
Okay,
of
it's work.
WebKit.
Yeah, it's not the one we want. I don't know what the shortcut is for the width fit content, but you guys saw it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's wizardry, as some said.
No, that was really fancy. I don't think I've ever done that before.
You guys can look. You can look into it when you guys are free. Emit like just like the HTML, CSS has it. And say if you get typing fast and being experienced and stuff, it just saves you time. Like you type 2 letters. I don't know, DF, which stands for display flex, and you type MR 3 rem, which stands for margin right 3 rem and stuff like that. Yeah, so just putting you guys in that direction if you guys want to look into it.
Not too worried about CSS. I feel like it just takes you putting in time using CSS. You feel like JavaScript requires more understanding, so that's what you're really putting your focus on. I think
I feel like JavaScript requires yes, and do you know why?
you're asking me or them.
Everyone, it's a rhetorical question. My opinion is because JavaScript is coding, which contains logical stuff in it. You're editing stuff, so you're coding logical conditions or stuff that manipulates the DOM or whatever. So you have to understand what you're doing. And CSS is just you put a rule and then it either shows or doesn't show on the desktop, on the browser. So it's just styling. So not a lot can go wrong with styling in the long term as if JavaScript. JavaScript is like programming that manipulates code later on. It's not instantly shown per se, or doesn't have to be.
I would also say though it depends on the person. Some people are just
Yeah.
like they do JavaScript and like, oh my god, I get this, and they do like CSS and they're like, But it also depends on the person. Like I feel like this makes more sense to me than JavaScript, right?
Yeah.
So let's see if there are any other questions. Oh, we're bringing back the definition of engineering thing. No, that was yesterday.
Yeah. I think when I'm done, I would be an engineer.
You're not an engineer right now?
I don't have the title for it now.
But like, do you need, I guess I know in Germany you need like the legitimate title, but in the U.S. I think you'd be fine.
Oh, okay.
I don't know about
I
Austria.
guess, yeah. I mean, you can look at the whole EU. And most of them have like one standard because they work with each other.
Mm,
I get paid.
We're not talking about this, Born. We talked about this yesterday, and it was heated. I think we talked about it for like an hour or two.
Oh God. Here, so they they do really take titles seriously here. Like if you're typing to someone, like emailing or something, you have if you know that they have a title, you need to put it inside there. Like bachelor's or master's or engineer or doctor or magistrat. I don't know what that is in English, but yeah, fine. But I win.
Bachelor's what? Master? Is that what you're trying to say? Or
Yeah,
no? Okay.
the
Okay.
degrees. You know,
Right.
yeah. Everything is a title in Germany, pretty much.
You hate school. Great.
Join the club. I had an exam today and I failed it so bad.
Aw.
Ugh, yeah.
You
Do you
had
know
it.
what it was about?
What was it
It was
about?
about multi-threading and processors and how they work and how the processor takes a task from the program and puts it in the scheduler and then how the scheduler plans to put it after the other one and how can you as a programmer in C sharp make threads and then how can you synchronize them and how can you make a program work on different stuff in multiple threads and then with WebSockets and how to make a chat and how make a server that sends messages to different clients and have to code and understand and clear that up everything in pen and paper and that was amazing.
Wow.
Yeah,
Exciting.
very right.
I
It's computer distributed systems or something like that. It's called
think I'll stick to JavaScript.
promises and how to handle them, pretty much.
You learn everything that you just said on the job. There you go.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
America.
promise.all. Yeah.
Wait,
Um,
does C sharp, if it's multi-threaded, does it have promises, or is a promise like how like JavaScript navigates that?
I think promises is mainly talked about when we're talking about an asynchronous, synchronous
Asynchronous.
functions and some
Mm.
methods. Yeah, it promises what asynchronous function returns. Yeah, what it returns is a promise, pretty much. I'm
Okay.
not smart in that area. I just copy code and paste it and see what works and what doesn't work and read the error and fix the error and ta-da, I'm done.
Isn't that how most coding is though? Like,
Pretty much, yeah. Really, like if you guys were like very beginners, like just write whatever you think is correct. If it's not gonna work, and then you just correct it. The computer won't burn. That's my first promise,
it blows up.
unless you like open an infinite thread loop that burns the CPU or something. I don't know.
The infinite loop, the what's it called? I can't
While
remember.
loop.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. While true, create a new thread. Change
Um,
into the
Win32 file is missing. There we go. Everyone talking about promises and stuff.
Everyone's smart.
Yes. What's the average salary for web devs in Austria?
Um, oof. I could look right now. Actually, I don't know. I think from just me guessing right now, like 2.4 thousand euros or something. If you're good, entry levels can go as low as 1,100, or default is like 1,600 or something. I think the lowest is 1,100, and then goes up from there.
Like
Like if you're internship and entry level or something, just a kiddie. Um, then by the most of the job description says start with 1,200, 1,300, and then it goes up, or it can get higher or be higher, depends on your skills or whatever.
wait, this 1,000 for what time period? Like per
A
month?
month. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Isn't that how salary works?
Right.
Or do you
Okay.
guys have something else?
No, no, it does. I just would want it to be more, just clarify.
Okay.
Hi, Curtis. Thanks for the raid. We're talking. This is Araz. We're talking about CSS and stuff.
Yeah.
There you go. Check out Curtis's stream, y'all.
Salary is usually yearly, I think, by default. No, I think that's just a US thing. It's the annual thing you guys have. Here we talk on.
You can
Maybe, I don't
define
know.
annual, bi-weekly, bi-monthly, or monthly. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is
Um.
sorry. Go on.
No, it's okay. Just was reading the chat.
Miss the water bucket challenge. Woof. Okay, so do you remember when I got up and I was like, wait a second, someone had been knocking on my door for like ever and it just wouldn't stop and my roommate wasn't answering, so I went to the door and it was my landlord with silicone caulk. So now I can
Okay.
work on the bathtub. Cool.
Nice. Do you know what's weird and actually funny, and I don't know how it's happened?
What?
It is also when I turned behind me, my family just told me that if I knew anything about the bathroom also flooding.
What?
So I don't know. Do you have something to do with it? I don't know. I think it's a theory, conspiracy theory you
A
can look into.
conspiracy. If it
You
happens
guys
to one
think
of us, it
about
happens to all of us.
pretty much. You guys should check the bathroom. She's a witch.
Do we need to work with agile methodologies like extreme programming or Scrum?
What is extreme programming? I don't know
I
about that
don't
one,
I
but
don't know
Scrum,
either.
yeah. Um, it depends if you're a team or alone. So let's take the example of Circus, the WordPress theme I showed you guys. I have a WordPress GitHub repo for it, and that GitHub repo, I do work. I do if I'm alone. Normally, I small projects like that. I keep one branch, but the moment you get into a team with someone else, it would be much better and easier if you create issues on GitHub, like to dos, and have branches. Like everyone, so you guys set up the project on the dev branch, and it's ready to start coding. And there's the base code here, and then everyone starts his own feature branch, and you guys merge it to the dev, merge it to the dev, and you say, okay, this is a version is ready to be online or something. You push it to the main, merge it with the main, and then you only whatever is only on the main branch, you put that on online, because it's ready for production, so to say. I don't know what extreme programming is like. Isn't extreme programming like combining mountain climbing and programming? Oh god, imagine. Is a made-up term by Elon Musk? Oh, I don't know. You lost me there. Bathtub, checking my bathtub. You don't use GitHub? You use
Who doesn't use
GitLab, maybe?
GitHub? Oh, you don't you
Um,
like it? Oh,
Jason. Oh,
I love how GitHub just became a verb. GitHubbing.
really? I didn't get that far.
Program says a singular person GitHubbing is different from group GitHubbing.
Mm, give it 5 years and you can find it in the dictionary.
Yeah, no, definitely.
This is he because he said, yeah. I would love to see what Elon does with Twitter that could be fun for us web developers in the future. GitHub bam. Yeah, so whoops. I think yeah, lost the collaboration session. It's okay. Um, I use GitLab for the university and I use GitHub for projects. And whenever I can, I keep repos. If it's if it's not sensitive, I keep it public. So, for example, today in the work or in the interview, they were very happy to hear that I have a GitHub that is public, where they can check out my code.
Interesting.
Yeah. And for those who are very interested in what they ask me, the technical questions they ask were, can I program or rewrite math.pow function? I think JavaScript has it. Um, but C# too as well and stuff like that. Which is like, when you say I don't know. Oh, damn, I don't know what you call it in English, but when you have like number two and above it number two, so it's like number two multiplying by itself. What do you call that?
Wait, I wasn't listening that closely. Say it again.
The power of, exactly. Thank you, programming. So, chat is more concentrated than you. Exponents, yeah, pretty much. So it has a function in JavaScript, I think, called math.pow or something similar. And they asked me if, pretty much, yeah, if I rewrote it in pen and paper and did it. And I was like, okay, what efficiency does this have? I was like, oh, dang, I know about this. Is it ON? I was like, yeah. I was like, cool. Um, which means basically, because I did it in a loop version, and the efficiency of it depends on how long the loop goes. So that's how efficient it is. Depends on the n. And it's like, can you make it more efficient? I was like, I think so. I was like, yeah. So I struggled here a bit. He was cool about it. He was just okay. It's okay. This is a question from Amazon, whatever, and then interviews. A hint was like, recursive, whatever. So we went in. Basically, the more efficient is the recursive way, the tree node style. If anyone is familiar with these terms, recursive, the function goes in itself. And what was the complexity and efficiency of this one? Um, I had no idea. I was like, straight up, I have no idea. I know I learned it, but I forgot it. I was like, yeah, there's two types, this and logarithmic. And it's like, logarithmic, yeah. And it's like, yeah, correct. Because it's the power of, so you use log for it, so it's logarithmic. What time is it where I am at? It is just about 8:30 p.m.
Okay, I just made a Git repo with the code we worked on today. Let me know if you have any problems with it. But some people said that they
Yeah,
wanted it, so
sure, yeah.
um, and again, we can have Araz back on here. Let us know what you want to see. They're full of good
Sure,
information.
would be happy to.
But
Um,
sorry.
no, it's okay.
Boy, not everything is about dating, damn it.
So next collab, Tinder clone. Hello.
There you go. Then everything will be about dating.
Yeah,
um,
pretty much.
but I have to go earlier today because I have to do a take home for a job thing and I am not confident in my skills, so I need time. Um,
Yeah.
so we're gonna end a little earlier today, but thank you so much for being on, Aras. I appreciate it. I learned a lot
Hey, my pleasure.
actually, and we should
And
do
we
it
can do it more
again.
often. We have to find schedules. If you guys, have something, a topic or something you would like to cover or something. I'm still a student, but if I know it, I would love to help.
Share your
Um,
Twitter and
Write
any other
Rufio
socials you
on
want.
Twitter. Yeah.
No, share
Um,
your Twitter. I can you can ask me, but also if you want to, you
yeah,
can
sure.
ask
So
us as well.
this is my website in the chat now. It's like just like half WordPress theme, so it's really broken. But should have my social media or LinkedIn or Twitter or GitHub, whatever you guys want. And hit me up if you have any questions. I think I saw someone, Alk, said help me with the link or something. Feel free to send me a link, screenshot, or whatever on Twitter or wherever, or an email. I can look into it. Um, no, my Twitter is ArazDev. That's my Twitter. Oh, that's a tag myself, but yeah. Um, yeah,
Okay.
I already covered it, I think. Was very happy to join you guys and join you, Rufio. Thanks you for the opportunity.
Yeah, thank you for doing this, and thank you for always hanging on stream and helping there as well.
My pleasure. I guess catch you guys next stream.
Thursday, we're gonna do probably an initial stream where we can, I don't know, do Code Wars or something, whatever y'all want, honestly. And then we're
Okay.
gonna be doing a collab stream with Peter Boyer.
Mm-hmm. Any idea what it's gonna be about?
Just on the talking dictionary.
Okay, perfect.
Does anyone have someone they want us to raid? Because there are just a lot of people on right now, and I think I found out if you do this earlier, then everyone on Europe who is streaming. There are a lot of different languages happening here.
Ooh.
Could do elite code contest. Ew. Raid Amaranth? No. 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 Okay. Sorry, I'm not trying to take forever. There are so many people going right now, though. Bruh, I don't know. Hey, Anthony has raided me before. We could raid them. Are they on right now? Or should we do Melky Dev? Doesn't matter to me, I
I
guess.
don't know. There's a couple of suggestions in chat. I don't know if you're reading.
I am. I'm just not sure which one I should
Okay.
pick. I thought about adding a command for Araz. I just wasn't on top of it enough, so.
It's okay.
Okay, let's do Anthony. There we go. Great. All right. Thank you again, Araz.
Yeah, my pleasure.
I hope you have a good rest of your day. I hope everyone else does as well. And let's go raid Anthony. Okay.